should try
You
ice
like
wine
ice?
grapes, because that's not alcohol, technically.
What?
It's just
I think
frozen
it's
grapes.
still technically alcohol.
No, no, you
Isn't
gotta-
wine still come from grapes?
Yeah, but you gotta ferment it and stuff first. If you just eat a grape, it's not the same as drinking
I
alcohol.
know. I will not be getting the...
You're not like deathly allergic, I'm sure.
No, I'm not, but I will not be getting the ice whatever wine.
Ice wine?
Yeah.
So
I get enough...
ice whatever wine.
I get-
say ice wine.
I thought there was someone
Jedi
else.
mind tricks.
I got enough crap from friends one time we were at a club and I just drank like a beer accidentally and then spat it out and then like I still get like teased about it. Like jokingly,
That's your
How do you
entire drinking
How do you
prayer.
accidentally drink a beer though?
Like,
It has a
drinks
very
there,
distinct taste.
drinks there.
It's
Like I didn't
disgusting.
swallow, that's why I spat out. But like drinks there. I go dancing, come back. Oh, there's my water. I'm like, this is not water.
I was about to say if you were confusing it with like something of similar color, but like
No, it was just like a pure like woof, like that Rihanna song, and then like and then like no, this is so, like I just like wasn't as bad as on Halloween. One person, he was so drunk with one of my friends, he accidentally drank someone's tobacco spit. It was gross, and then you
The
just saw
horror
him
stories.
spitting it out, and it was down. But like it was so great, he was so drunk. He was like, "Oh!" He spat out, took a drink, and then like one of his friends, he's like, "Hey, Billy!" He completely forgot about it. The second he saw a friend, he was so drunk and no idea
That's
that
so
even
good for
happened.
him.
Yeah, I know.
No, you want to hear a bad one? Bad drunk story?
Oh, what?
Let's hear it.
Someone I know.
On the
that-
Geek First cast today, we're talking about drugs today.
So they passed out, fell asleep, woke up in the middle of the night, still like completely drunk, need to go to the bathroom, so they grabbed the bottle beside their bed, pissed in the bottle.
Oh!
And then, a couple hours
Wow.
later, woke up so thirsty, forgot that the bottle was filled with
Bear
piss,
Grylls.
and drank their own piss.
Oh!
So I think that's the top one I know.
Yeah.
I can't top it.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Next topic.
welcome to the GeekVerse cast.
That's our intro.
Yeah, drunk stories from here on out. I don't really have anything today. God damn. I always have something in my head. Like a
Oh, your
nickname.
title?
Yeah. I'll go with Big Evil.
Is it
Travis
normally
Snell.
at the top of your head, or are you thinking about it?
I usually have it at least an hour before the cast. I'm like, okay,
At
that's a
least
good
an
theme.
Are we
for
actually
today.
starting? I was Taylor not coming.
What? Yeah, he's not here.
Oh, okay.
Taylor is...
I thought we were waiting. All right, cool.
Taylor Field.
I didn't not get a chair out for him.
Yeah, okay.
Taylor just gets to sit
Taylor
there.
Field, like the field, is out celebrating his birthday with his
Okay, that
lovely
was, that
girlfriend.
was not today.
No, but they're
Couple
doing
days ago.
stuff today. They're doing like
They like to
have-
celebrate, okay?
Yeah,
It's
they-
a multi-day thing.
She's doing stuff for him. The
Taylor's
Black Friday
birthday week.
shopping.
There's a lot of complications during his birthday. He doesn't have one official day.
Yeah, exactly.
Whoa, too much information.
I'm also joined by
Dylan Musk.
Okay, we're gonna go
Not
this way.
not the one and only, or the
I dropped
one of
that
many.
casts ago.
Casio, yeah.
There's
what
only
cast are
so
we even-
few things you can do.
What cast are we even on? Does anyone even know?
We don't know.
I
But-
think I had it counted 2 days ago and I forgot because Star Wars on, but it's somewhere. It's either like 21, 22. After Star Wars, we'll know because Star Wars has been messing stuff up because there's been so many of them. But I'll know for sure then. And there's been a big transition period, which we'll talk about at the end of the cast. But
So, okay. Well, on the note of Star Wars, I'll be the Sith Lord Jessica.
okay,
Yeah,
I'll counter yours, and I'll be Jedi Master Kirk.
I like it.
Thank you.
Master Kirk, I see.
Yeah,
I'm not a
Master Kirk, just
Padawan.
like Fallout.
I'm not a Padawan.
Yeah, that's what Cogsworth calls it.
Yeah, he knows.
Jedi Master.
I'm sure you can get a mod for it.
Oh,
I actually sat down and watched all 6 back to back.
Yeah.
And after doing that, I really don't feel like the first ones are as bad as you guys say they are.
Oh, what?
They did a good job.
General
like,
Grievous is pretty.
You were there for the first 2 and you didn't like them when we watched them.
Yeah, but see, but I after watching them with the old ones and noticing all the little moments
audio
that
as
they
well?
put in to
Audio
match
helps.
them up.
Yeah.
Yeah, audio helps too.
Yeah.
You miss a lot of things with subtitles.
Yeah.
So you look away to talk to the mic, and all of a sudden you've missed an entire scene. So, but
I guess it's not. Maybe people that really grew up with it, like us, but people that are younger than us, maybe.
But
They
I
can-
also sat there and Matt was explaining things to me, so I actually understood everything that was going on. Because
we didn't explain stuff.
Okay, we started
We went
talking
on
about the
tangents.
Cave of Wonders.
Shmee's
And then
mom.
Yes.
Small, yeah.
For Shmee, yeah.
Talking about Obi-Wan being Anakin's father because he had sex with Shmi. I
Yeah.
mean, really, we kind of go off on tangents.
I think. I don't know. I'd love to go back in a world sometime and watch those prequels first and see. I imagine them on their own. They're probably not that bad. I think it's just because I love that original trilogy of Star Wars so much.
Well,
I hold the
that's
prequels
what I'm saying, because
to such a high standard.
I'm not super into the
Yeah.
last 3, right? So to watch them all and kind of take them for what it is, I don't think they're as bad.
Did you do a full day or a full night, or was there a break at some point?
Well, we watched the first one and then slept and then got up the next day and watched 2 to 6.
Nice.
How did your theory of Jar Jar being a...
You know what? Okay, there is lots of times when you're watching it that you're like, there's a sign right there.
We get in that to a couple Star Wars commentaries from now, so... Which, I'll just announce that right off the bat. After this, the next 2 weeks will just be pure Star Wars commentary tracks. So, 4, 5, 6, all the original trilogy, in my opinion, the good stuff. That's what's next. It's all build up to Star Wars, so you might hear from us one more time, like, live version before Star Wars, but...
And you don't like that Anakin's added in on the 6th one as, like, part of the Force, really? You don't like
I
that?
hate that.
No, he didn't see him. He's never seen him that young. It makes no sense. Because why is Obi-Wan, why is he not Ewan McGregor
exactly.
then, right?
Yeah.
And why does
That's what I
Yoda
was
still look
wondering.
like a swollen avocado? But he gets to be young Anakin? Like, it makes no sense. And it's just... And he's really... Did you watch the edited version then? With him in there, Anakin?
I think... I know Anakin was in there. I don't know if there was any other edits, because
that's an edit. Because the original...
It's just like minor things.
Yeah, it's just minor stuff, but like, yeah, with that, I don't like, he's just really creepy, like Hayden Christensen, like, standing there, like, smiling, like, it's really, it's, like, have you actually seen this?
I haven't
before?
seen that, or like
Oh.
the edited version of Hayden
Okay.
Christensen, but I just think that'd be so weird, like how you said, because he's never seen him, and it's like there's no point for Obi-Wan.
just
like,
this random young guy
exactly.
standing there.
Yeah, because like, who the hell is this guy? Like, is he my dad? Like,
I don't know, but they're like, you gotta think, they did all these things in the prequels, you know, our discussion about prequels, which you'll also hear in the reviews. But they do all these things to try and tie them together, so I think it's kind of nice that they put something in the old ones to try and tie it to the beginning too. They're trying, you know, everything they did was just trying to combine all the movies into one series.
yeah, but he doesn't have to go, those original trilogy is perfect. He doesn't have to go back and add that. He doesn't have to go back and add, like, CGI, like, monsters or Java. Like, it's just unnecessary stuff when people look at it as being perfect. It'd be different if all people for years, like, oh, that should be that Anakin. But, like, so then why isn't Ewan McGregor up there? That's where it doesn't make sense. Like, if they're gonna do it, go all the way, which I would have hated too, but, like, it makes no sense for him to get, like, young, but then Owen's like, what the hell? Why does he get to be, like, a 20-year-old ghost? I'd like to
But you have to think too, though, because on that note, I mean, that's the Yoda when he died, and then Obi-Wan when he died. But when Anakin was on the good side, before that was when he was Hayden Christensen. So
which you weren't there. We had that debate of like, I think you agree with me. He doesn't deserve to be there. Do you think?
Hayden Christensen?
Yeah, as a Force ghost.
Oh no, yeah.
We talked about like even though he like
Anakin.
he like kills the Emperor. That doesn't redeem him for like killing like thousands of children and this and that. And he destroyed a whole planet. Like that's cool. He did something good in the end, but he should not get to hang out with Obi-Wan and Yoda. Those guys are on like a master class of like good, nice Jedis and humans or whatever.
But it's supposed to be he's related to Luke. It's his.
But Luke shouldn't get to see him. That's like going to hell. Like if you're going to hell, like sorry, you don't get to go enjoy like cotton ball or cotton candy football in heaven, like if that's a thing, you know, like I mean, like if he did all these things, it's like, hey, you could have talked to your son, but guess what? You like killed your wife, you like killed these children, like you don't get to talk to your son.
He didn't kill his wife.
She lost the will to live, whatever. Like that showed her. If him making those decisions killed his wife. Yeah. Right?
Ooh. And like another thing,
well said.
Heavy stuff.
On like trying to connect the two, I think it's interesting that they kind of posed it how I guess Vader was faced as the same choice as Anakin when he became dark as to when he became light again, because it's the exact same situation with the lightning.
Yep.
I don't know. Watching it all together is way better than like watching 2 episodes.
Oh, I'll
waiting
agree.
2 months and watching 2
I'll
episodes.
Agree. I did that a couple months before we did the cast. I did that with Emily, and that's good. I still hated the prequels, and I have officially decided I'm going to try and like see how long I go without watching a prequel ever again, and I'm going to go back to referring 1, 2, and 3 as the original. Like I'm done.
1, 2, and 3 are the original?
Like the originals, like the original Star Wars. I'm referring them as 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
But it doesn't matter.
Well,
even
when you watch the 1, 2, and 3 again, watch for Jar Jar.
What?
He hates Jar Jar.
I know he hates Jar Jar.
Everyone.
So much.
Anyways,
so much.
I got some tidbits. We'll
here we are.
into that. Yeah, here we are.
It's been a while since we had a good tidbit.
You know what? Lots of people listen to our Star Wars one, so I imagine lots of people like this. But if you hate Star Wars, I really apologize for the month of December because like we're pretty hyped about Star Wars. But like once that that Star Wars review comes out, like we'll move along. But like everyone's pretty hyped. Like I don't like.
And we all have tickets for opening night, so you can expect a review for episode 7 out pretty quick, too.
Yeah, either the night of or the day after. Like, it's going to be up there super quick. We're just waiting to see. if somebody works.
Cough, cough.
Yeah. I don't know what that is.
Kirkwood.
The guy who's not here.
But either way, it'll be up there a lot, like, I imagine quicker than other podcasts, and we'll re-establish this later on, but yeah, if you do listen to it, like, wait till you see the movie. Don't listen to it before. It's not gonna be
It'll be a spoiler alert.
Yeah.
We'll call the episode, like, #spoiler alert.
We're not gonna spend 2 hours, I've already said this, of like, oh, that part was really cool when he did that thing. Like, no, we're gonna go full on, like, cool parts and, like, what we liked and didn't like with characters. Yeah, like...
Nitty-gritty.
Yeah, so that's very exciting. But talking about also other stuff that's very exciting and not that far away, Civil War trailer released a couple days ago.
Mm-hmm.
I totally didn't watch it even though you posted the link.
I knew you did because you haven't even finished, like, Avengers, right?
Yeah.
So, did you watch
I'm
it?
in your same boat.
You didn't watch it at
I've
all?
never even seen Avengers before.
Not even the first one?
No.
Wait, what?
Oh my god! What is happening? I'm learning so much stuff in this cast. Yeah!
I just stand by when you guys are talking about it.
Okay, well, me and Dylan talk about some more, but, okay, like, no Marvel movies you've seen? Like, Iron Man.
Oh,
like,
yes.
Hulk,
No,
like,
yeah. Iron Man's probably one of my favorites.
So
Avengers
you
just
skip
sucks.
out on the biggest one of the Marvel movies?
I don't know.
It is! They put them all together. It doesn't get bigger than that.
No matter what you say, Travis is...
Yeah, I don't know.
So you haven't seen Avengers or
I don't know how to defend myself against this.
No, I'm just saying, like, you haven't seen that. Or
No.
Ultron.
No.
Have you seen Guardians?
No.
Wow. You gotta watch some movies
Yeah, I know.
before Civil War comes. You
I've
at
been
least gotta
busy.
watch the two Avengers.
Well, what
Yeah.
if he's not even going to go to Civil War?
What?
So then it doesn't matter.
He has to. He's a part of this cast. We have to try and see it.
We're gonna drag you all along.
Or he shouldn't. No, we should let him not see it and be like, "Oh, so tell us, was that confusing at all?" But okay, well, I guess me and Dylan will quickly talk about it. I'm shocked by
I'm sorry.
that. I feel like
Sorry to let you
everybody's
down.
seen at least the first Avengers because that was like.
I think I've seen like the first little bit of it and then I stopped.
Because everybody, even my mom, like, oh, you know, they're putting them all together. You know, it's like, I know. Same thing today we're recording this on Black Friday. I'm like looking at comic books, like, oh, you see that Civil War trailer? Like, fuck off, man. Like, I'm looking at comic books. I've seen the trailer. Like, I'm not some filthy casual. Just like, oh, I'm looking at comics.
I am a filthy casual. I gotta say.
But that's
I'm
fine.
clearly
You weren't in the
filthy
comic book
casual.
section on Black Friday, where I am.
Yeah.
Would you walk up to me and be like, hey, have you seen the Civil
Yeah,
War
that's
trailer?
really
You're like,
little-
what? The Civil War?
I do a podcast.
I told him that, and he's like, I want to start one soon. I'm like, well, good. and that's
Good for
how
you, man.
Yeah, that's where it went. But yeah, I really liked it.
It was technically Captain America. So
3, which I liked.
I didn't think.
You didn't know?
I didn't know that was going to be
Yeah.
a thing.
But
I
I-
found it kind of weird, actually.
It was weird, but I liked that it still felt like a Captain America movie, because that's been the only complaint, which I don't know why people are complaining, but they're complaining that it's like, oh, it's just going to be like Avengers 3, even though it's a Cap movie, but it looked very much like it's still Captain America's movie, and he's the main
So is
guy.
this like supposed to be happening after Avengers 2?
Yeah, it happens like, they didn't really, I would guess a few months after,
Yeah.
something like that. Well, maybe not that much, because something happens in Avengers that apparently is going to start like this ball of like the Civil War storyline of like, hey, we should get superheroes to sign a registration and be like locked up and everything. So if you ever get to the end of Age of Ultron, like something bad happens, like and
Netflix
like
should work on that.
it's coming. I thought it was coming out soon. Like it should be soon. Like
Then there's a chance I'll watch it if it's on Netflix.
yeah.
What's coming out soon?
Oh, well, she's saying she'll watch Ultron on Netflix. I
Oh,
said
yeah.
it should be soon, but I did like that was a Cap trailer. I liked that it was cool seeing that scene from Ant-Man again. Like they like remember in the theater after. Remember that time I told you like, this is a really important
Right,
scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was cool. No, there's good shots.
In it?
What? Yeah, he's in it. You can't see him in the trailer, but if you freeze
Well-
frame, he is on Captain America's shoulder, really small in one of the
Hmm.
shots. So that's really cool.
I
All of
would
them.
be kind of disappointed if you could see him.
What? Yeah, exactly. At one point you will, but no, the only people that aren't in this are Hulk and Thor. Those are the only people. The rest of the people are in this. So Black
But they're
Panther.
supposed to be in the movie, aren't they?
No, because Thor's doing his own stuff.
Aren't
And
they supposed to be both doing their own thing? Weren't we talking about
oh
this
yeah, they're doing their
before?
own movie together. That's probably why.
Mm.
Because Hulk's in the next Thor. So
Yeah, okay, yeah, I remember.
yeah,
that.
so that's where they're doing their own adventure while this is happening on. And quite honestly, like it doesn't really work. Like Thor's a god, so he's not like a superhero. They couldn't like get him to sign a contract. Like, hey, you're a superhero now. Like,
Yeah.
and Hulk like.
Screw you, I'm going back to Asgard.
Yeah, and like Hulk, good luck. Like you can't really, he can't. He's gonna break
Can't
the
write.
pen.
Can't write. Can't
So
use pens.
I like that. I'm not sure if you guys have seen or know of them all, but anyone has Black Panther? Does it ring a bell? You might know him a bit.
I
Just,
remember a
not
little
a
bit
band.
in comics.
I know
when
it's
was
Steel
young.
Panther.
no, that's Steel Panther. But he was. I'm sure you saw him in the trailer. He's that Black Panther looking guy, and it was really cool.
I only saw the trailer once, so
Okay.
I didn't analyze it.
It was a guy at one point. Captain America was like chasing after him. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw the trailer once. I don't
Well, it
remember.
was really impressive.
I remember I was like, okay, this looks cool, but
Okay, well,
it's a Captain America movie, and I don't care that much for Captain America.
I think you will after this movie. Because then, what did you feel about the conflict? As someone that doesn't care, like, is that something that you're interested in? Like, Iron
Well, I
Man?
mean, I'm really into like all of these movies. I think it's
Yeah.
awesome. I love the Avengers movies, so
Yeah.
I'm into it in that sense. But
Yeah.
like I said, I'm a filthy casual, so.
Yeah. But, did it... I'm trying to think of a way to, like, phrase, but, like, they also make a conflict in the trailer. Did you feel you were leaning one way towards the other? Because obviously,
Well, I don't
you're not
like Captain America, so I'm on the other team.
But Iron Man's kind of like he's not. I guess that's my opinion. But he's on the
Well,
on the
even when
government
you-
side. Like
yeah.
it was great because the beginning of the trailer they really make you feel like Tony is the villain of the movie, and then kind of after they make you feel like
Yeah,
Cap is kind of the villain. Like in a way, like he's like my favorite line in the whole trailer is like they're about to fight, and Captain America's like, "Oh, I can't do this. Like he's my friend. I can't make him like sign the contract or whatever. Like he's my friend." And then Iron Man's like, "So was I." And he's like almost crying and whatnot. And then the best shot of the whole trailer is when Bucky and Captain America are throwing the shield back and forth, and they're beating Iron Man up with it. You
Yeah.
remember that? That was cool. That right. Even if they just released this, like, hey, a clip from Civil War, and they show that, I would have been sold on the whole trailer. But
Yeah,
it was
who is that guy?
the Bucky.
Who's
Have you not
Bucky?
seen the second Captain
That's
America?
from Captain America.
I don't like
too.
Captain America.
You need,
movies.
you know what? I think you and I are gonna watch them together. I'll make you appreciate because Captain America. It's not about his powers or like him being the standard guy. It's
Yeah.
about his story as being a guy that's out of time, and it's
Yeah.
the thing like a little spoiler, but at one point his girlfriend from the past, he goes and sees her once he's there, and she's like old and has Alzheimer's. It's the stuff like that that he can be a superhero. He's the perfect person to be a superhero.
Yeah.
He's like ethical and smart and like everything. Like he's a good person at heart, but that's not his story. His story is like not the whole I don't want to be here. It's like how do I deal with this coming from whatever 1950s 60s to now, and that's what it holds, and that's where you might want to watch Winter Soldier. Like,
Well, now that I
legitimately.
know that this is actually technically a Captain America movie,
Yeah,
I'll definitely go back and watch them.
I'll say I liked Winter
So
Soldier
good, yeah.
better than
Yeah.
the first one.
I've only seen the first one.
first
Yeah.
one's good, but it's a little.
What happens in the first one again? I think maybe
It's just like a World War II movie with some superhero stuff,
He,
and then he gets frozen.
Yeah, he gets buffed up. He like is a normal
Yeah.
guy.
Actually, I think I did see the first one.
Yeah, it's all right, but it's not. It's one of their weaker ones for me. Like the first
They're
one.
just
It's-
trying to get it started and show
Yeah.
you what happened. Winter
Right.
Soldier's better.
Yeah, in the first one, it felt like they were really like, we gotta tell a story, but there's good stuff to come. But it's like we gotta get through this part, which is like it's all right, but like, and then like
Trying to show you how ethical he is and everything too.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So
Right.
because you couldn't just find a guy in ice and like, oh, he's Captain America now, like.
Yeah.
So, but you gotta watch the second one. Second one's good. Lots of people call it like the Dark Knight of Marvel. I don't agree
Mhm.
with that, but it's definitely the darkest one they've ever done, and it's really well done. And yeah, it's,
You said you didn't originally like it, right? When you first saw it. and
it's
it
not that
kinda
I didn't
grew on
like
you?
it, but that's what I heard. I was away. I can't remember what I was doing, but I was away, and that's all I heard. People like friends and reviews like, "Oh, it's like the Dark Knight." And Dark Knight's my favorite movie all
Right.
time.
Just
So
high
I'm like,
expectations.
"Oh yeah, go, this has to be." And then when I saw it, I'm like, "That was good," but why is everyone raving about this movie? Plus, a couple of the twists I knew if you read the comic book, so that took away from me. So I'm like, I don't know. This isn't really my like. I like it, but it's nothing. Blew me away. And then like I saw it again in the theaters. I said, "Oh, I like it more." And then when I got it on Blu-ray, that's when I really appreciate it. And now I've watched it. I've probably watched it.
A lot of times.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna count, but a lot of times now I really enjoy it. So now it's like at that 9, almost 9.5 for me
Nice.
level. But before it was like maybe like an 8, 7.5. But I really enjoy it now. So, and yeah, so
When you guys
we'll,
watch, I'll have to join you.
what?
The
That's
Captain Americas.
we'll do that. No, I want
Commentary
to. Well, we want the sound. Maybe we'll just review it after.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll just do a bunch
Yeah,
of
we'll
reviews and we'll be like, "Oh, this is our Captain America one." Well, that's a good thing. Well,
Yeah, we can do like half an hour for the first one, half an hour for the second, hour
Exactly.
for the third, and then like that could be an episode.
yeah, because those
Instead
ones
of
that
2 hours for every movie.
yeah, I feel like with Stars we could do that because it's been a lot
Yeah.
longer. So people,
Mhm.
these people have them in their mind and whatnot, you know. So
Yeah,
maybe
for
we'll
sure.
do that. We got till May, so we'll think about that.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'm really excited. There was no Spider-Man in the trailer, but I don't think there needs to be. They should save him.
Yeah,
I've
you said they're
that.
probably just gonna hold off
Yeah,
on showing him.
it's kind of like Luke. They don't need to show him as long as you know he's going to be there. Like people like they'll pay to see the money. So
Luke Skywalker.
yeah, like in Star Wars.
Okay, I was like, did
In
we?
the Avengers.
I was like,
Maybe
is that
awesome. Oh, you never know. Disney owns them one day. Look at Infinity. But No, like then when the Star Wars fans were kind of like, "Oh, where's Luke?" Blah blah blah. Like it's like just wait, like he's there. Like yeah, so I'm excited. Overall, you thought it was a good trailer?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Everyone together fighting each other. I really like that scene as well where they were beating down Captain.
It was really well choreographed. Like you guys haven't seen, but it's Iron Man. He's taking a stand, and there's Bucky like on one side and Cap on one side.
They keep trading the shield.
They keep throwing the shield back and forth, and they're just beating the crap out of Iron Man. And like I said, it's Robert Downey kills it because he delivers that line of like, "I was your friend," and he's like almost like ready to cry, and they're just like beating the crap out of him. So it was good to make them. My only hope is I hope they don't make it seem like Tony's like the victim. That's my only hope because he's like their main guy. But it looked pretty even, so I'm hoping because I want that to be the movie. I want it to be even, so you decide like, oh, I'm with Cap or I'm with Iron Man.
When we were first looking at it, didn't you say Iron Man's team was stacked?
It was, but now in that trailer,
what team is Scarlet Witch on?
It's
She's
on
really
Cap's. Now, because remember when those pictures, that's what happened. When the picture were released, Scarlet wasn't there, and we were like, oh, are they going to kill her? But Scarlet is on Cap's team. So now it's
honestly, with Paul Rudd and Scarlet Witch, I might be on Cap's team.
Well, that's who he has. He has Ant-Man. So now it looks like it's more even, because before they didn't show a few people, and I was like, okay, well, now Iron Man's team's really stacked. Like, he has all these people, and Cap is like just the humans, like Hawkeye and
Falcon.
Yeah, and Falcon, and Winter Soldier. Like, they're all, like, humans are just superpower humans. So it's like, okay, we got guys in suit. We have Vision who can just do anything, like, just cosmic power. So, yeah, it looks more even now. And plus,
that's good, then.
Yeah, Spider-Man will be on Iron Man's team, but whatever. It's, and Black Panther, he should be neutral in the comic books. He doesn't pick a team. He's trying to...
So what's the deal with Spider-Man? Are they just going to get a new actor?
For that.
Yeah, there's a new actor. He's young. He's like 18. His name's Tom Holland.
I think I've seen a photo of him.
He's coming in that new movie. Have you seen that new movie with Chris Hemsworth when he's on the boat? It's like the new Moby Dick.
Yeah.
He's in that. He's been in a couple other stuff, but he's really up and comer. They wanted a young guy so he can do this for like years.
Why didn't they stick with Andrew Garfield?
Because they would have kept his continuity. Like the whole like Gwen's, like it would have been hard to bring that over, and they just want a fresh start because like everyone hated that. I think if the second movie was good, it wouldn't have been a problem, but people didn't like the second movie, and it was so...
That was probably the main problem, yeah.
Yeah,
second one.
And they were like, no, we don't want to, like... Because then you have to... It's the Fantastic Four thing, right? Which is a good segue. Fantastic Four, you know how they were talking about a sequel?
Yeah.
They've quietly removed it from their schedule. So they didn't release a statement, they didn't announce. It's just every like month there's like this Fox schedule of like how many years and movies are coming out, and that apparently this week was just, it was gone.
Not surprising.
So that's not happening anymore, supposedly. So like even like we talk about like with Jessica, even if you like didn't think it was good or bad, like it doesn't matter, just even just the pure money wise that it didn't make, you were kind of like, why are they doing this? Like, it didn't make much sense, but that's gone. So, yeah. And then what I was planning on talking about this with Taylor and you, but Taylor's not here, obviously, because his birthday festivities. Have you watched any Walking Dead?
I haven't seen the most recent episode.
Okay.
The one where you find out Glenn's actual fate.
Do you know his actual fate?
Okay, you really think I can go on the internet for an entire week and not find out? Yeah, I know.
Okay, well, we won't talk about that.
Which is why I haven't bothered to watch it, because it's been spoiled for me, so now the excitement of watching the episode is gone.
How have you felt in general about the show right now?
I'm kind of losing my faith in it.
Big time.
This season has just been really slow. And, like, slower than normal. Like, The Walking Dead is pretty slow.
Yeah.
I feel like they all.
But, I mean, like, there's been a lot of just episodes that nothing happens.
Like the Dare episode?
Yeah, and then the episode, it's got like Sasha and the big burly guy. They sit in a building and talk for 45 minutes, and it's
contemplate a relationship.
Yeah, and like it's just, I don't know. I know The Walking Dead is slow, but there's been like, out of the past 5 episodes, there's been like a whole 40 minutes. So like one episode worth of zombie action, and the rest has just been 4 episodes of talking.
So I'll set this up for you guys because you don't know anyone that doesn't watch. So what they did is they like made this scene where potentially a character could get killed off, a main character that everyone really loves. So they did that, and then the next episode happened, but there's nothing about that character, and they did that for about 4 weeks. So
that sucks.
Yeah, you didn't know, and I got in a big debate with this somebody on my Twitter
feed. And they went as so far as to like take his name off the credits
to make you think he was dead, but he's not dead. It's revealed like he's not dead. He's fine, but they tried to like psych you out. But that was I got in a big debate with somebody like and they liked the way that happened. I don't like the whole this happens and then
on a week-to-week basis. Like if I was just waiting,
Yeah.
I could not handle that.
Well, see, the thing is, for me, like, I don't mind, like, there was other stuff kind of going on, like, you get to watch something happen with Daryl, and then something happened with Sasha, but they threw in our flashback episode.
Oh, that was brutal.
And, like,
I still haven't got all the way through it. We stopped watching it.
It's so slow, and then they do this flashback for a character, and then the next 3 episodes still have nothing to do with him. They just threw it in for no reason.
And I think it would be good, and this is where somebody challenged me on Twitter and said the same thing, like, oh, they've done this before, but they were alluding to, remember when they did The Governor? They did, like, 4 episodes with the cast, and they did, like, 3 of just The Governor and what he was doing. But the good thing with that was nothing was going on with the main cast. They were just, like, Rick was gardening. And that was the problem with this, like, I probably would have maybe even liked that flashback episode, but because it was so timed poorly, right away I was like, I don't like this. It's not for me. Like, this is not what I want to watch right now.
Yeah.
If we would have, like, if they would have done the reverse where it's like, oh, cliffhanger, you find out Glenn, and then, like, let's take a break. So, like, oh, we'll do a Morgan flashback, and we'll do just a Dare episode. But because all this stuff is happening, and you just want to know about Glenn, all the episodes to me were just, like, fodder. I'm just, like, waiting to find out. So I won't drop off because we haven't talked about this on the cast yet. Jeffrey Dean Morgan's playing Negan, who's a really good character, so I won't. I'm not going to drop off till he's... Like, I gotta stay.
So, you've watched it then?
Yeah.
How is the Glenn episode?
The reveal's good, and the rest of it is back to, like...
The boring.
Yeah, it was, like, and they end in a, like,
Did
semi-cliffhanger.
Did they, like, make it make sense as to how...
Yeah. They do, but it makes sense. It's not anything cheesy. It was just like, okay, that happens. Like, I was happy he was alive, but it wasn't... I didn't feel fulfilled, and the rest of the episode is not that good. And then the mid-season finale is going to be pretty boring, I think, because...
Is that next week?
Yeah, and it's like, it'll be an action episode, but, like, it's just not, like, a big threat. It's like, oh, there's a lot of zombies. Like, that's what they just showed... And that's cool for action, but it's like, I don't know, like...
There hasn't been much, really, anything happen this season.
I feel like any time they're bored, they just throw in, like, a random zombie attack. And I don't mind it, but... I don't know. I'll still watch till Negan's there, which I highly endorse. Jeffrey Dean Morgan, perfect. I really want John Hamm, but he was in Watchmen. He's a phenomenal actor, so he'll do great. He's a big time comic villain, so
nice.
Yeah, but that's so yeah. You're same thing, kind of losing. I'm losing interest, but I just have to stay on because I like Negan and the actor, so I'll watch until then. But it's like if the Governor's still around, be fine. But
yeah, well, it just for me, like I could probably wait until like. Because the mid-season finale's coming, and then they'll do another half a season. And I mean, I could probably wait until that's out, and then just push through all of it in one go. But waiting week to week is not bringing me back.
That's what I've been doing lately. So,
I'll probably just wait till the mid-season finale, and then watch a couple episodes in a row and be done with it for now. So it's just there's not enough happening every week to want to be, like rush to watch it.
Yeah,
it's not like Survivor. Man,
what season are they on?
Six, right? Yeah. 6, but then they do like their half seasons, so like it is 6, but it feels more like it's would that be 12?
Yeah, but I kind of like the way that they do it because I mean you only get half a season at a time, but you have less time in between.
Yeah.
Like the 100, they finally announced season 2, but I've been waiting for that since before Target closed.
Yeah. What is the 100?
It's a show. Yeah.
No idea.
That's the show where like they go to like a new planet or something, right?
So basically, the Earth was dying.
I think I watched about 2 episodes and I was like, this show sucks. And then
they went up into space. You ask, and then you don't even let me tell you. God. Yeah, everyone's like shot up into space, and then they want to check if the Earth is inhabitable, so they send 100 delinquents down onto Earth to try and survive. And it does get really good. The beginning is kind of slow, but it gets really good.
My cousin was really into it.
Do you watch it?
I saw the first episode with my cousin. He's like, you gotta watch this show, man. And I was like, alright.
You should watch it, because they finally announced season 2. So.
Is this like a North American show?
I think it was on Netflix, right?
It's on Netflix, yeah.
Oh, it's a Netflix original series?
No, it's partnered with the CW.
Oh, okay.
But they have rights to it, so they release it the day after. Or not rights, but a contract or whatever. So it was released on Netflix the day after, the morning after it released on the CW.
Netflix just has their hands in everything here soon. Like they're gonna be unstoppable. Especially next year, they have like Brad Pitt movie coming out. Like they have big and like Adam Sandler, like which is not like, but like still they have big stars.
I was gonna ask you, how's Jessica Jones?
Well, you ruined my transition because I was gonna say Netflix had its hands in everything, including Marvel. But Jessica Jones is amazing. It's great. I steamrolled it through a weekend. I binged watched it, and yeah, it's phenomenal. It's great. Like, did you ever get around to watching one episode? You should. Well, I'll wait till Mac can watch it because you'll want to watch it.
Yeah, we watched Daredevil together.
Yeah,
so.
It's really good. Like even then, if you watched it, you'd want to watch it again. Like it's really well done. It's almost as good as Daredevil. Like some people say it's as good. I just like Daredevil because he's.
So it's in Hell's Kitchen, right?
Yeah,
same time.
Yeah, there's a guy that owns a bar like not too far, and like in one of the shots you see.
So is it like the
his
same
card.
time frame? Like, is there going to be crossover and whatnot?
The crossover will happen. This happens after Daredevil because Daredevil is known to be around, and he just gets like mentioned of like, oh, there's a guy in Hell's Kitchen, and it's kind of like that's not real. Like it's he's at that thing where it's like Daredevil's not a thing, but like that's where it is. Like he gets mentioned. The plan is to cross over all the Netflix shows. So they're doing 2 more ones, Luke Cage and Iron Fist, and then at one point they're going to call the Defenders, which I think we joked about this before, the Netflix Avengers. I'm not sure if that was on cast or but that's what they're doing. They're doing a Netflix Avengers, and they're going to put them all together. But the Defenders, not the Avengers? They're the Defenders. It's a really good comic book. Like, back in the day, it was really great, but no, Jessica Jones is amazing. Like, it's so well written, and it's one of these things that I wish that so many other people could write women this way. Like, it's so... They're all smart, they're all strong, and the men in the show, they really do nothing. Like, they're always being saved by the guys. It's never like they need, like, Luke Cage's help or anything like that. Like, they're completely in control. Like, and it was written by a woman, so that could be it. But it's like, you never felt like this was a stereotypical, like, even in movies where you have a kick-ass female, it's just like, oh, she's just kick-ass, and then all she does, like, she has no emotions, no jokes, it's just like she kicks ass. And it's like, that's not really, like, fleshing, like, a female character. But with this, like, she has personality, she makes jokes, she has, like, an innocence, like... It's so good, and it's one of these things, I don't want to say too much, because it's really hard, like, not to spoil anything, but by the end of the first episode, you'll be hooked. Like, it ends on this cliffhanger, and you're like, man, like, I'm ready. Like, it's so good.
Did they just release it all at once?
Yeah. And the villain is David Tennant from Doctor Who, which you watched Doctor Who, right? Yeah, and he is phenomenal.
He was pointing to me, by the way, for people who
Jessica. Yeah, sorry, Jessica has watched Doctor. I haven't. I've just always known he's a good actor. I've seen him in a few things, like Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen him stuff, but just not Doctor Who.
I
don't remember the name, but he has like a mustache and long hair, doesn't he?
No, he's...
Nope.
Is he a teacher? Is he
He's on the bad side.
Crouch's son.
Crouch's?
Yeah.
Oh, the guy that with like... He has like a twitch?
Yeah. I know his name. It's Crouch's son. He's a guy... he gets punished for... He follows Lord Voldemort, and he like won't sell him out, and I believe he was the one that transformed into Mad-Eye Moody and like infiltrated and put Harry in the Goblet of Fire.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so it was the Death Eater, right?
Yeah, he's a Death Eater.
I remember who that is.
And it's funny enough, little tidbit for anyone that cares, the chapter that he like dies in Harry Potter is called The Parting of the Ways, and the first episode that he plays on Doctor Who is called The Parting of the Ways.
Nice.
Boom. But
anyway.
Crossovers.
He's phenomenal in it. He just kills it, and he has one of the best powers ever. Like, he's Kilgrave. He plays Kilgrave, if anyone doesn't know, the purple man for comic book readers. He's not purple in this, so don't get excited. But he's really,
he actually
really
did get my hopes up. I was like, oh.
No, in the comics, he's pure purple. But in this, like, there's like, innuendos and nice little, like, Easter eggs for it, but he's never fully purple or anything like that, so don't get your hopes up. But no, his power is it's mind control, but it's not in the way of like some like cool like magician thing. He'll be like, oh, like slam your head up against that wall till it bleeds, and then the person and does it until they bleed, or like, oh, this is a little spoiler, it's nothing big, but he says to someone like, go stare at that fence forever, and he's staring at it, and then like a week later a character like comes back to the bar and they look over and that guy's still on the road just staring at the fence until like someone can snap him out, whatnot, blah blah blah. And like it's really well done, and it's phenomenal. And once again, Marvel, like, their villains in the movies are not the greatest. They're never fleshed out, but in the TV shows, both Daredevil with
that's the
Kingpin,
problem with the movie, right? Like,
yeah, and maybe that's why, because the movies are so focused on making like the hero and like sell merchandise and make him just the coolest part. So maybe that's why with TV, when you get 13 hours, you can do that. But both in Daredevil, Kingpin was phenomenal. He was just like horrible person, but had like a great motive and like was almost have the innocence of a child about him. And this person,
and watching the emotion too with the girl was really like, he just wanted to protect her, and it kind of gave him that human aspect.
Yeah, and he's completely different with her. Like he's all like lovable and nice, and then he's
looks
slamming
human
people's head in
yeah.
car doors, which is great.
And it's that is like 100% agree. That's where the 13 hours gives you that development.
Yeah.
Where an hour and 45 minutes you can only develop so much.
Yeah, and that's where like people probably think I'm like a hipster saying it, but that's why like Daredevil's my favorite thing Marvel's done, because you get like it feels like I'm reading a comic book, because that's how comic books work. Usually storylines are in like a 12 issue, so you get one every month, and it's like you gotta read these 12 comic books together to get the whole story, and that's what this feels like. I think it's 13, close enough to 12, but like that's what it feels like. It's one big thing. So yeah, it's great. It's don't, if you have kids, don't watch it with them. There's not much, like the violence alright, but there's tons of sex. There's lots of sex. There's like.
Are we still talking about Daredevil? Or
No, Jessica Jones.
Okay.
Daredevil's the one that's really violent.
Yeah.
Like that's really violent. Like legit, at one point, like it's a little spoiler, but not much. Like Kingpin takes a guy's head off with a door. Like
Yeah,
he
that
just keeps
scene
slamming
was
his head
beautiful.
into the door, and then it like comes off, and you're like, Jesus, Marvel! Like this is a company owned by Disney, and this is even weird because like
Yeah, they're definitely going for something different with the TV series.
there's oral in Jessica Jones. There's anal. There's like I'm watching this. I'm like Disney. Like this is crazy. Like. Yeah.
See, but it kind of gives it a more like realistic feel to it.
Oh, it's great.
And, like,
I'm just saying, don't watch it if you
like
have
I
kids.
haven't watched Jessica Jones yet, but like Daredevil, like there's one part he gets like completely beat to shit, and then the next episode he's not like magically fine. He's like
Bruised up.
yeah,
He's out of
bruised.
commission for a while.
Yeah, like there's something happening, and he's like
Oh, yeah.
trying to go, and he like rips open his stitches and shit like that because he's a real person. It's not like. You watch Iron Man and Robert Downey Jr. gets beat to shit, and then like 2 days later he's like, okay, well let's go do that again.
Yeah.
You
And
know?
that's what it's great. So yeah, I'd recommend it. You guys should watch Daredevil first. Like get around to it after you finish Hannibal.
I'm still on Hannibal.
Yeah, it's
Hashtag
gonna be on
save Hannibal.
Netflix forever. Yeah, hashtag save Hannibal. But yeah, Daredevil, it's phenomenal. If it was for Hannibal, that'd be my favorite show of the year. It's really well done. Jessica Jones is just almost as good. I have quick rapid fire things, and then I'm done.
Rapid fire.
I'll let Taylor talk about Battlefront. I'm having fun with it, but I don't love it as much as Taylor, so I'll let him ramble on about whenever he's on next. I like it, but just get it if you like a shooter. It's nothing else. Like it's fun. Like I'm not gonna say it's terrible, but I'll let Taylor.
Nothing special.
Yeah, for me, that's what I mean. Like for me, it's if it wasn't a Star Wars game, I wouldn't rave about, because it's Star Wars. It's lots of fun. It's great to take down AT-ATs and whatnot, but in general, it's just like it's good if you want to just sit down and play something for 30 minutes and kill time. So.
On the note of video games, now that it's been a couple weeks, are you guys still thinking Fallout's like 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10, or?
What did I think I gave it a 9. I think I would stick with that, yeah. I was saying before the cast, the only thing is I'm just fatigued because I played it so much. I think I'm on the time where I need a break a bit. Because like this week I had 3 days off. I haven't played it all days, and now I'm like, you know what, I think any day off I've had, I've just played it the whole day. So I'm like, I gotta take a break. But it's still not because I don't like it. It's just because I've played it so much. I'm like, I need to get. But yeah, it just gets better for me. Like the more stuff you find, like I found that thing Taylor sent us a couple weeks ago about the alien spaceship. I found that was fun. And
the alien gun.
yeah, and that's cool. It's not as powerful as I would hope to be. Like I'm like, this is cool, and like this is not too much damage. But yeah, I still think it's like I can't remember whether it was a 9 or 9. I think it was a 9, but it's still a 9 for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I unfortunately haven't played it in like over a week because I've been so hyped about Star Wars.
And he's just been buying like every game known man. He's like, oh, I bought these Star Wars games, and I
well,
bought
they were on sale on
Borderlands.
Steam.
Yeah,
But then he bought Borderlands, and he bought
Borderlands
something
2
else, and
last
it's just
night.
like, what are you playing?
Yeah, but I'll definitely keep it up there. It's not like I've stopped playing it forever. Like I'll definitely go back to it. It's like I feel like for those games, the more you play it, the better it gets, because you unlock more perks, you get like stronger, you get stronger guns, you can just bomb people, and it's just so much fun.
But
So
the
yeah,
Star
for
Wars
me,
hype.
like the Star Wars hype is just taking over for me. I'm going back and playing like 2003 games because it's Star Wars.
Yeah.
And I'm just so obsessed with Star Wars now.
Yeah, I'm still loving it. I don't really have any complaints or anything like special that sticks out from when we reviewed it. Like it's just Fallout. It's awesome. Still don't like the leveling system, but whatever. That's fine. Tons of awesome missions. I don't know. I love it.
I'm the only one that's...
Oh, no.
Yeah.
You're not liking it?
I still love it. Like, I don't know that... Like I said, like probably either a 9 or a 9.5.
You gave it, I think, a 9.5, I think.
Yeah, and I'm definitely down from that.
Wow.
Yeah.
What made you go down from it?
There's been 2 more glitches that I've had. going into the menu and then not being able to exit. Like, you can press start and then press B and it'll exit, but you can't repress B on your Pip-Boy and exit out.
Is this only when you're playing on your account? Like, does Matt have these problems?
This one was Matt, this one.
Oh, okay.
So then you have to revert last save. And then another one, Matt jumped off a building and it glitched and he fell through the level and had to revert last save because you can't go into your Pip-Boy and, like,
well, I mean,
do anything.
if he jumped off a building, he was going to die anyway, wasn't he?
No,
Power armor.
Yeah, power armor.
Oh, he had power armor?
Yeah, he
Come
only
on,
ever
man.
wears power armor.
Saves me so much.
I forget. I completely forgot about it, honestly. And
I don't use it either.
And someone, I think it
Yeah, I don't
was
use
Travis who reminded me about it, and I was like, wow,
Yeah.
I had these 2 missions that I
I'm
couldn't
never
beat.
out
Why don't I just go with my
power
power
armor.
armor? I can do these
Mods for it.
missions now.
Yeah,
you can get some pretty sick.
I did.
like,
Finally,
sets.
once I, like, that's the new thing. I've actually been doing perks. That's fine. I'd say that's made it better for me now that I have. My entire top row is pretty much just like all 10 out of 10s, or like there's a couple that are like
That was
9.
so funny. Oh my god.
So, but yeah, like I've just been upgrading all like the weapons, the science, and the armory, just everything to do my weapons.
yeah,
'Cause,
I really like the mods.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
it's
really
awesome.
cool. So yeah, I'm always in my power armor. I have Piper. She's my whatever
Piper's
partner.
awesome.
She's always in there.
I showed
so.
Travis I gave Piper a battle axe. Now that I have full lockpick skill, I can go back and get that battle axe that I found a long time ago.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
yeah.
She just destroys everyone with that battle axe.
So is it just the glitches for you, Justin?
I actually have to back that up. I've had the game crash a few more times now.
I agree with that. Since we
And
last
ever
talked.
since you mentioned it, the loading times definitely.
Yeah.
You know what? Screw you guys.
No, the loading time.
I had so much crap when I brought up.
I didn't really notice
Well,
it until you mentioned it, and now I notice it.
You're
So
like,
I
oh,
hate
good, you can go
first of
get
all.
chips, and you can go on Twitter. I'm like, this is not good, guys.
Go
Like,
get chips.
Yeah, you guys were giving me all these
Well, and
positive.
another
Well,
one-
because I didn't notice how bad. Like, it actually is pretty brutal.
I found the more
when
I
the
went
game,
along.
especially for me, like if
Yeah.
I have the game crash and I have to boot it up again, then the initial boot up is what takes so long. And
I agree with you though. Like
Yeah.
the more I'm playing it, if I'm playing for like 4 hours straight, and then like if I'm trying to load something, it'll like take longer.
Yeah.
I've noticed.
And that's when I play.
Do you restart the PS4?
No, I usually wait it out. Unfortunately, I never had one where I had to start it,
Yeah.
but like I then usually thank goodness I have a dog because then I just
Yeah, I've never done that because I'm not like you guys. I've been so used to like super long load times of Skyrim full of mods, so I don't
Yeah,
even notice
that's a good
it.
point.
I don't even notice it.
Well, the thing
unfortunately.
is, like you can't fast travel in a building either. So you'll like hand in a mission, and then you like
yeah.
have to like load to go outside, and then
a
load
good
to
point.
fast travel, and it's
Yeah.
just like
And that's when I had my
Uh,
problems. When you play the main campaign, it's always like go in this building, talk to this person, then go in this building, talk to this person. Like I literally had one where the mission was I was going back and forth between. Oh, I don't want to spoil it. So I was going back and forth between 2 characters, and it was like assuming you didn't do it right away. But if you did that mission right away, you went back and forth like 4 times talking to this person, and they say, "Oh, go back and talk to him." You're trying to like negotiate. So it's like these 4
Yeah.
saves where I was just like, oh, like load screens. I'm like, oh my god, like
I could see that for
Yeah,
sure. It's
so-
just like for me personally, it just doesn't even
Yeah.
like affect me. At
Where
all.
this is like my first like Bethesda game like I've really jumped
Yeah.
into. I've played them and whatnot. Like I said with Fallout 3, like I've played Friends and War.
well, I mean,
was
this
my
this
first-
game definitely has significantly longer loading screens than any other Bethesda game, just because they keep getting bigger,
Yeah,
Mhm.
and
definitely.
full of more detail and all
I
that.
definitely
Yeah.
agree
Good
with
stuff.
that.
So it's just the glitches for you and like that. loading and stuff?
glitches. Yeah, the load time is definitely like it. I don't know. I think for sure it was like the hype about it, but yeah, since talking about it, and now that I'm like trying to fast travel more because I'm like getting farther down the map, and it's like it takes so much time to like run back to Sanctuary, so you just want to fast travel, but you start to notice it more when you have to do like exit a building and then fast travel back and then go into a different building, and it's just like so much load time for
Yeah.
nothing just to go drop off my shit in my
Yeah.
workbench, right? So
I feel good now.
no.
I don't feel alone.
I could definitely see that though.
And-
Like I think that they should fix that on
I usually
other games.
put on like 5 or 6 missions at a time, and so I'll do things that are all in a similar,
Yeah, just
similar
kinda-
area.
Or like
So I would
make your
recommend
way
doing
up
that.
the
Like you save some
Yeah,
time on load time.
I'm pretty bad for that. I think.
Yeah.
I've done that once the main campaign was done, but there's so many times I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, that's
I like
cool.
don't even
Like, oh, I'll put this one on.
I like
Put
don't
this
even do
one.
missions though anymore. Like when I'm playing the game, I just go around. I look at. I'm like, oh, this door. Can I open
This
it?
door.
All right. Let's see what's in there. Like and that's how I play Bethesda games. Like that's what I did on Skyrim. Anytime I go through like a cave or something, I'm like, oh, I have to go in there. Like I can't just walk by it and like see and just like there could be stuff in there. Like I gotta
Yeah.
get. So like for me, definitely doesn't affect me as much as I like. Like you guys are probably the majority of like all the gamers out there that are like, oh, this takes so long. But for me personally, it just doesn't even affect.
Yeah.
But
Well, that's
they
good,
should
though.
definitely fix that down the road.
It just comes into a problem. Like I was saying when it first boots up.
Yeah.
And I have been having some crashing issues, so that's where it's like I didn't even get to do anything.
Yeah.
And then it crashes. So another thing too.
But gameplay-wise, it's awesome.
Yeah. I don't like how much you kind of have to rely on the power armor, like to go into the glowing sea.
Oh yeah,
like
big
you,
time. I never
Get
take it
a
off.
radiation suit.
Yeah, I have a hazmat suit, and I have like.
I've only had to use it twice.
Rad
Like,
access.
had to use it to beat in, like, a certain
Power armor?
mission.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. One guy, because another guy had power armor, and he just doesn't die.
No.
I
Have you
shot
got the
a
rare?
mini nuke at him, and it did, like, a tenth of his health.
You gotta
It's
get
like,
the-
you are a human being, you can't survive a mini nuke.
That's when you go in more story. You haven't got the railroad rifle, have you?
No.
It puts like
Shoots
railroad,
railroad
spikes.
spikes.
Yeah,
Oh,
and that
yeah.
just breaks the armor.
Well, now
down.
Piper has a battle axe, so I'm good to go.
Oh, that's
She
the
just
mini
chops
nuke.
everyone
No, but
head
the
off.
battle axe.
Go back to what you were saying, though.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I don't necessarily like playing with it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
for
I
me,
don't- I
the
don't
fact
either.
that they require it.
That's like the only thing you...
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
not
but
even-
I would rather not use it. But I
Okay,
use it
fair
because
enough.
I'm playing on survival. I'm more of a noob, so I need it to like stay alive. Because I like to go balls to the wall. I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't like. I like Metal Gear's my like silent
See,
games.
but yeah, so doesn't it almost feel like it's required?
Yeah. No, I agree with you with that. I
And-
think it's required. And I don't like it as much.
Yeah, I don't like, I have to right now, like I have the glowing sea mission just sitting there, but I know how much radiation I have to run through to get to him, and I'm like, I have a hazmat suit and a couple of rad axes.
Plus, you got to get back.
Yeah, and I'm like, it's either I get the power armor and do it, or I just level up a whole bunch to the point where I hope my health is high enough that I can make it, because I'm refusing to
Or you
use
find
it.
that baby. You
That's
can eat.
like-
I haven't come across it yet. But
That's
apparently
one thing,
there's a
like, when you get to settlements, like, if you don't like to do that, you don't have to, but sometimes you have to use the power armor to do certain things, so
Yeah.
that's kind of unfortunate. It doesn't seem like they're pushing it too much.
No.
I haven't done the mission you're talking about, but I've had, like I said, 2 missions and all the missions I've done where I needed the power armor to
Yeah.
do
So you're about to go see Virgil?
I have the mission, and I'm just kind of ignoring
Be
it.
careful. Remember, be
Yeah,
careful.
I
Do
know.
That was
not
so
attack
funny.
them.
That was so funny. No, but how are you saying, like, because when I did that, I didn't even use the power armor
No?
to the glowing sea. I just used the hazmat
Did you turn
suit.
into a ghoul by chance?
I just used the hazmat suit, and like
I keep dying.
because you take less than
I
1
haven't beat it.
radiation or whatever
Yeah.
with the hazmat, right?
I know it has a high resistance. I'm not sure if
It's like 1,000 resistance.
Oh, really?
Resistance.
Jesus.
But yeah, no, I just wore that,
You
and then
should just
my
find one
me and my
from
follower we
I
just
have not
like
found one.
gooned it. I guess. Like I don't know. I only died once, and that was to the death claws. And that was
Classic
pretty frustrating. But yeah, beware when you get to the death claws.
Yeah, on death claws and loading times, went to go to one of my settlements, fast travel there, and so I'm like, oh, load screen, and pull out my phone,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden I like appear, and a death claw starts attacking me, and I don't use the power armor, so I'm just a human standing
Oh,
there, and
so
I'm
you're
like,
done.
throw my
Gunshots
phone,
you.
grab the controller, like, oh my god!
That's good.
That's
Anyway, yeah, I just thought I'd ask again if, now that it's not like, the excitement of it
Yeah.
being fresh, if anyone...
It's definitely not like best game I've ever played. Like when I first played it.
Because every week Kirk and I are the best game.
Every week I have a best game. And tomorrow it'll probably be Borderlands.
I've
I'll be
been-
playing that
10
tonight.
out of 10, yeah.
Yeah, I've been
I've never
telling.
played a Borderlands before, so I'm excited.
I've been telling everyone to play Night's Roleplay. He plays it. First thing he walks is like, best game ever. I'm like, you're not a good meter for this.
It's so
Is
good
it-
though. Like it's actually
Taylor,
so
Taylor with
good.
life is Kirkland with video games.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, exactly. Best movie ever. Best TV show ever. We're talking about movies. I'll do my quick 2. I saw Spectre, which I know is a bit old, but I hadn't talked about it. Really good. 8 out of 10. I'll review it a lot more one time. Not as good as Skyfall, so adjust your expectations. There's some cheesiness, and it's super long. So it's not the best written James Bond. Still really, really good. Better than a lot of other shitty James Bonds, but it was alright. And then I also saw The Night Before this week. That's really funny. So if you love Christmas and you love the Seth Rogen crew,
yeah.
go
Oh, right,
see it.
that one.
Oh,
So it's better to go see that than Mockingjay.
I haven't seen Mockingjay. Have you?
I haven't seen part 2. I found part 1 to be...
No one said anything.
I didn't get through it.
I didn't get through it either.
Yeah, part 1 was... It didn't need to be 2 movies.
No.
So I haven't gone to see it yet just for that. I was hoping maybe someone else would have...
No one's been like edging me to go because
I really
like,
like the
everyone
first
that's
two,
seen
but
it has
yeah.
been like, yeah.
Yeah.
Even the third book was not
That's what everyone
amazing. And so yeah, there was no need to warrant 2 movies for it.
Right.
So...
Yeah, there was.
Money.
Yeah, well, money.
Even though this was the lowest
Okay,
grossing
but
open
isn't-
week in Hunger Games, this was the lowest one, so it
Yeah.
didn't really pan out.
But are you counting both of them, part 1 and 2?
like all 3 of them, when they opened, this opened lower than the first 3. So that means like its interest has gone down. Like so let's say all of them
Yeah,
made
but,
50
I mean-
million and this made 40 million. That's what I'm
But
saying.
they still had 2, like the last one.
What do you mean?
the
Like
part
part
one?
1?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that made more money than this.
Yeah, but still,
You're saying
it still made
combined?
more money than if part 1 was the only thing.
We don't know, because if they said that was for
Well,
sure,
you can't
the
know
last
for
one,
sure,
we
but-
don't know. I'm just saying, like,
Well,
it didn't.
This
pan-
is like guaranteed.
It didn't pan out the way they thought. They thought like, oh, if we split the two parts, that last one will make us even more money. Where it's the lowest one so far of all three
Yeah.
of them. So, which is kind of weird.
That's fair.
It is the last one. Usually those ones make lots of money. So
Well, the Divergent series, they're not splitting their final one, are they?
I don't know. I've never seen Divergent.
No. Because as far as I know, they're not splitting. And that, to me, like, I'm excited to see it. Where Mockingjay, I was like, okay, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
But, you know, it was boring, so now I have no reason to see the last one.
Yeah. Anyone that's seen it so far has just said, like, meh, not the greatest. So, like, I think I'll probably go see it on Cheap Tuesday. But, like, I only saw it because I had a sister. And then now I'm kind of like, oh, I'll see it. But even if I don't see it in the theaters, I don't really care.
Mm-hmm.
Movie companies need to stop, like, pushing for cash. Like, The
Yeah.
Hobbit, you know, like,
Yeah.
oh, one book, let's make 3 movies.
Which Peter Jackson did say about a week ago that he had no idea what he was doing with The Hobbit. So, that's good. He said, he
The
put
quote
this...
is, he had no idea what he was doing.
It's pretty close. He's like, oh, well, we looked at Lord of the Rings. We're like, we don't know how we could top this, so we didn't really have much of an idea going in what we were going to do. And like,
Wow,
I'll find the
really?
exact quote, but it was just one of those of like, awesome. Like,
Nice.
cool. But anyways, the night before, yeah. Do you like Seth Rogen?
Yeah, oh, yeah,
Okay,
I
then
love
you'll
it.
like it. Yeah,
James
like,
Franco in it?
no.
Joseph
surprised.
Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah, it's Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
I know, I was just curious though if he made like a cameo or something. Because he made a couple
You know, especially because...
I don't want to spoil anything. It's a movie with a lot of
Spoilers.
cameos, and
Oh,
but
okay.
it's no.
So he's
it's-
not in it though.
But he's
not on
Is
the
it
he's
like-
not listed in it.
Oh, okay.
No, but he's not in it.
But he's in it.
Maybe
He's in
maybe
it, but
not.
he's not in
Is it like a This Is
Seth
the
Rogen
End,
calls it.
like, you know, you got your main cast, but then, like, there's just hundreds of other actors that kind of appear for a split second?
This is
Yeah.
the-
Yeah. They're not
like
a-
Emma Stone comes in, or not Emma Stone, Emma Watson randomly, and you're just like, what the hell?
There's a couple like that, but these are definitely a bit more like like mainstream. Like Miley Cyrus is in it. It's people like the not so
Spoiler
much. his-
alert.
Yeah,
Oh,
but it's
man.
not. It's not. She's not a huge. It's not a huge role, but yeah, you have to like
Just not being
Rogan.
serious, Travis.
I think you have to like Rogan and his crew. So
Oh,
if you
I
like
love those
those,
guys, yeah.
The Night Before is actually one of. And definitely gonna be one of my favorite Christmas movies. It's so good, and it's like
And
overly
it
cheesy.
is Christmassy.
Oh, 100%.
So Christmas.
No,
So-
they're- so Christmassy. No, but they're constantly like making like references to Home Alone and other Christmas movies. Like they have the sweat, like that's their tradition. They got to wear the sweaters the whole time, and it's really good. Joseph Gordon-Levitt's awesome. Like
That's awesome.
he's almost a man crush mine. So
I don't know if that's the kind of movie that I personally go to the theaters to see, though.
I
I don't know.
go see movies I really want to see, and I really want to see that. I'm a guy that can't wait. Like my friends get mad at me, like let's go Cheap Tuesday. I'm like, fuck you, I'm going Thursday night. Like that's why a bunch of my friends are going.
That's a little aggressive, Travis.
Oh, it was the same
Fuck
thing.
you.
Like I power armed one of my friends to go to Spectre. He's like, we should just go Tuesday. It's cheaper. Like the reviews aren't that good. I'm like, I'm going. So either you're gonna come with me or you're going alone on Tuesday. And he came with me. I can't wait. That is like a bad disease of mine. I can't wait for something. But what also studio can't wait for is someone that bought the rights to Memento. This is my last thing, and I think we talked about this group chat, but let's just reaffirm how bad this is. They're gonna remake Memento.
I don't know what that
Don't
is.
like it.
Is that the
That's Christopher
movie
Nolan with the tattoos.
backwards
Yeah,
movie?
yeah.
Why are they remaking that?
They just
What?
said that. Yeah, they just
I
said.
was not there for this group chat.
No,
I didn't see that either.
Maybe it wasn't.
I think it was not. I think it was your other podcast.
I thought you know because you were like.
I
It's,
have not
it was
heard.
either you. It was somebody in the group chat. Someone was like, "It's still on Netflix."
I have a bad memory.
That's true. Anyways, they're remaking.
We may have talked about
They
Memento,
don't
but
need
not
to
that it's getting
remake it.
remade.
Yeah, it's getting remade.
You gotta see this movie. This is a really
I've
good
never
movie.
heard of it.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
so
so
good.
good.
So good.
See,
So
Apparently,
It's
it's
Christopher Nolan.
Three
Like,
people have told me it's really good.
he's the one that.
Three
like,
Yeah,
people.
you know, they're
Dark
not telling you it's
Knight,
really good. They're telling you
Inception.
it's so good.
Exactly. Hashtag so good. But
No.
no.
Like 3 hours.
So then no. So
At least.
we're in unison. No one thinks this is a good idea.
No, there's no need to remake it. It was
I
good.
What would a remake do? Right? It's not like a
That's-
movie where it's like we could update it with graphics.
I feel like this is the kind of movie where
When did it come out?
2000, maybe just 2000.
Oh, so it is 15 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it doesn't need to be remade.
like this isn't the kind of movie where you get a sequel. This isn't the kind of movie
No,
where
it's
you
really
get,
just a one story. Like this is it. Like
Oh,
you
okay.
can't. It's not like a franchise. Like you
Yeah.
once you watch it, you'll be like, why are they remaking
Yeah.
this? And it makes
if we say anything,
Yeah, it was
you know,
2000.
it's a movie that you just need to
Yeah.
watch.
Okay.
Just go watch it.
Yeah, it's basically there, and like there's no point remaking because they use like older styles to portray the movie. Like there'll be scenes that are like in black and white and you know
Yeah.
kind of fade into color. So remaking it, why would you need to make it new when they kind of specifically try and make it look older?
Yeah, and Nolan has nothing to do with it. Like, he's not like, I'm gonna remake my own movie. Like, he's like, no. So yeah, I don't know if any actor ever listens to this. Don't do that movie. You'll be hated. I think it's not a good idea. Even if you're a young up and coming actor to nothing, don't do Memento. Like, there's nothing they can improve. There's nothing good they can do with it. Like, it's just
the
movie
first
that
one's
just
like really
stands alone.
well received just by in general, right?
Everyone loves that movie. Yeah, so
It was 2000.
yeah.
92%.
I told you like 30 seconds.
She
a
did.
couple minutes ago.
I
You
was
ignored
totally
me.
not listening. So.
92% you said around to
Yeah.
us? That's good.
Yeah, so why do you
I'm
need to
surprised
remake
you didn't know
that?
that, Travis.
I know.
After
I know.
about 10 years, you stopped checking Rotten Tomatoes for this book.
Well, I know, maybe I just knew in my mind that was good, but yeah, I think that is it for the tidbits. That was the last thing, Memento.
Those
Oh,
were
and
those are some
there's-
good tidbits.
Oh,
Those
sorry.
are some great tidbits.
I forgot.
I should stop and get some Timbits.
They were so good that we have one more for you folks.
2 more. Very
Two
quick.
more for you.
If you listen to this live on the weekend, Monday, if you watch the terrible show
Listen to-
Gotham, or if you don't,
If they listen to us,
if they listen to us like in the day this comes out, Saturday, Sunday, if you listen to this before Monday when Gotham comes out, they're showing Batman vs Superman footage.
I was
watch
kind of
that.
wondering, like, do we stream live and I'm just not being told about things here?
But yeah, so
Yeah,
watch
that
that.
webcam's actually on right now.
Yeah, that camera's on.
We'll talk about that in a few weeks. I'm not sure how big it will be. They haven't said, but I'll
like a clip
unfortunately
from the movie,
they
or-
haven't said, just
Oh,
footage.
okay.
So unfortunately, I have to tune into that horrible show, which is awful. One of the worst shows on TV. But yeah, and the last thing was, has anyone watched the Zoolander trailer? Am I alone?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I watched
No.
it. What?
You?
No.
Which before you say how good it was, it is the highest watched comedy trailer of all time on YouTube.
Before you say how good it is. Not before you give me your opinion on it. Before you say how good it is.
So you got a smile, so I thought you would. So you think it looked good?
What is it? Benedict Cumberbatch or whatever?
Yeah, when he's like,
With his no
"Oh."
eyebrows.
Yeah.
So terrible.
What does all mean? All is all. But
No, it was good. It was a good trailer. I'm excited for it. You know, it's one of those movies that didn't necessarily need a sequel,
oh, it
but
needed one. It needs a
It's
whole
not-
franchise.
I hope it's not like Anchorman 2.
That's what I was gonna
Travis
say.
has bias. This was a Halloween costume, by the way.
Yeah, and Ben Stiller retweeted it. Shout out.
Yeah.
This, I think it's almost like when we talk about like bad video games movie. This has to break the curse of like bad classic comedy movie. Like you look at.
I'll be
Anchorman,
honest though, like I know you guys all hated Anchorman 2. I laughed quite a bit.
We went over this, but anyway, like
I know.
the
Never
general
seen the whole thing,
consensus.
so I can't say too much.
Yeah, and the same thing. Like look at Hangover 2. Like all these big comedies
Yeah.
that always have sequels. Usually they're not that well received. So I'm interested to see if this can be the first one to really break out. My favorite part is when they're modeling at the very beginning and they get out and Hansel like reads the sign and he's like old and then Zoolander's like LeMay and it's just lame. It's really good. If you love Zoolander, like it looks
It's the same
perfect.
style of comedy,
Yeah,
yeah.
which is so I'm really pumped. And I'm excited by the success. I hope that means it does well. I'm very worried that it's on the same day as Deadpool because I know for a fact I think one of those movies is not going to do good. And I don't know which one. I don't want either one. So I'm hoping one of them budges and switches because I think either a lot of people will go see Zoolander, not see Deadpool, or vice versa. I don't think they'll both make a lot of money because they're both comedies. It's like even though it's a superhero movie, like Deadpool's a comedy and Deadpool's
Yeah,
rated R too.
They are kind of two different crowds, I would think.
Yeah,
So-
I'm gonna see them both.
Yeah, I'm gonna see both.
I'm gonna try and do it the same day. I'm gonna try if there's showings, but
Double
Yeah.
feature.
oh yeah,
7 o'clock and then a 10 o'clock or whatever.
yeah.
You
I
go
did
see
that.
your movie, and then you go hide in the bathroom, and then you go see.
No,
it.
you got
No,
no.
you just buy a ticket. What, I'm not a criminal.
No, you go to one and then you're
We
like
don't
Taylor
support that kind
and
of
you
thing
sit in the
in the
lobby
first
with your costume
Yeah,
and give
with your kick-ass costume.
yeah, and then you go to the other movie after.
Happy birthday, Taylor. All right, tidbits done.
Well, this will be the how to prove if Taylor listens to these.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
afterwards,
yeah, exactly.
you know, bring your chicken and bread.
Oh,
Sit in
yeah.
the theater with your chicken and bread and your
You-
kick-ass costume.
If you're new to like this podcast, wait for the beginning of the year. We have a bloopers episode that has stuff behind the scenes and a bunch of Taylor's rants. I got one where he's talking about like McDonald's eating bread, him and his the geek father story.
The
The
Dutch
Dutch
story.
story,
Oh,
yeah.
That was a good one.
And then his ranting about Xbox on Gamescom, how he just gave him so much flack. So yeah, at the end of the year there'll be like a Taylor special reel of like all his like.
just Taylor special.
Oh, there is like no, because I had to listen to them back home. Like these have to go on. They're not even bloopers, but they have to because they're just so
The,
outrageous.
me-
So
the memory reel.
yeah, if you're new and you haven't listened back, you'll get to hear these. That's
Dutch
that's coming.
story, such
Yeah,
a classic.
that's
Yeah.
coming.
Such a classic.
That's coming in New Year's.
Yeah.
So Okay, who else got some of their own donuts?
I
or-
can still talk about some stuff.
Okay.
Dylan's Donuts.
Dylan's Donuts, yeah.
Dylan's Donuts. I don't think any of you checked out Blind Spot yet.
No.
There's a new show.
My boss did tell me to watch it, and I said, cool.
It's actually doing pretty well, I think.
No, it is. No, it got
Yeah.
renewed. Like, people love it, and it's,
Yeah.
like, doing really good ratings.
My
Yeah. Anyway,
mom was
so-
watching it.
And Dylan.
His mom's watching it,
So
so
she said it must be good. She's watching it.
I think they're doing a similar thing where they like I don't know if it's split in half because they've already done a ton of episodes, but they have like it just ended last week, and then they're gonna pick it up in February, I think, or something like that.
Most shows do that because they know no one watches in Christmas.
Yeah.
So they're just like, oh, we'll do, like, the two,
The
like, part one.
mid-season.
Yeah, which they never used to do.
But anyway, it's pretty good. I don't know. I think you guys should definitely check it out.
all I hear is good things. I just don't have time, and plus, actually, I might be canceling cable in a week or two just because I don't like all the stuff I watch is online right now.
Yeah.
So, but I'll probably check that out when that is like a Netflix like watch it all together because it's 22 episodes, right? Like it's like that's
Blind Spot?
yeah, like
I
the
actually
whole
have no
year.
idea.
It will be because it's a whole year, so network
Okay.
TV. So that's a lot.
Yeah, it's got a really good cast. It's the story is really interesting. Like every week, I'm excited to watch it. I make sure to watch
What's
it.
it about?
Pretty much.
I've never even heard of it, so.
You've
tattoos, right?
You've probably seen the commercials. Yeah, pretty much.
It has a Memento kind of
I don't
vibe
watch
to it. To be
commercials,
honest,
so.
All right, pretty much. There's a woman. What's her name again? You know the actress.
like the actress name Jamie Alexander. She's plays Sif in Thor. She's the one with the dark hair. She kind of likes Thor. Have you seen both Thors?
Yes.
She's like the warrior with him. Like she's on Asgard, and,
Okay, yeah.
and she's kind of like
pretty
screw
neat.
Natalie Portman
Pretty much. Story is she wakes up in the middle of New York
in a box, right?
in a bag,
No, in a bag.
not a box.
Okay, sorry.
And
Jeez, Travis.
she doesn't know anything about who she is, and she's completely covered in tattoos. And so she joins up with the FBI, and they're trying to uncover what these tattoos mean, and they're all a bunch of conspiracy theories and all sorts of crazy stuff.
Okay.
And apparently it's really good. Yeah,
Yeah.
like I've never seen it, but all I hear is good things. It's doing good ratings, so NBC's pretty happy with it. So
Yeah, and like you,
How many episodes in is it?
probably like 10 or 13.
I would say that's
season.
pretty accurate. 10 or
Yeah.
13, yeah.
Okay, so it's been on for
It just started
a
though.
while.
It started-
This is like first season.
Started in
so-
September, like when all the new shows started.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's been on for like a good minute.
But yeah, it's getting good reviews apparently, and I really enjoy it. So I'd recommend checking it out. I don't know if it'll be on Netflix or anything.
Maybe next year. It wouldn't
When
be,
the whole season's out.
the only well they usually do it with the DVD when the DVD's out, and then
Right.
you do like a week after, and then like here it is on Netflix. So don't buy a $20 thing. Like just pay for this. So
And then the other thing I want to talk about is the Nintendo Direct.
Mm-hmm.
So this is good because this is the first one in a long time. Actually, it's been the longest time in between another Direct because of Iwata, obviously.
was that good or like the direct was good?
Well, it's good that they still exist
Okay.
and that they're still doing them.
Of course,
You guys, did any of you three watch it? Travis,
I
you
did. Yes.
I did not.
Did you
You're a
hear any,
Nintendo person.
Did you hear any
Thank you.
news from it?
Well, I got some
No,
good
I
stuff.
don't
Oh,
think
there you go. Dylan's gonna. This was about a week ago, but we're doing it now. Cause
I'm not gonna lie, I've kind of lived under a rock for the past week, so all the news stuff.
How you breathing?
Well, how does Patrick Star breathe? So
Oh.
really.
That's a question.
He is underwater though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we are in air and breathe air, and he would breathe water underwater, so it's the same situation.
I guess you are right.
All right, so Twilight Princess remake.
Oh, actually, I did hear about that.
The Wii U.
And the
HD.
amiibo.
Yeah, with the amiibo.
That
actually
was cool.
Sick.
Who's on the amiibo?
It's Wolf.
Wolf
Wolf
Link
Link,
and
Midna.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it looks pretty neat. I don't know. Did you guys play that game?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't.
So good.
So are you interested in a remake? It's on
No.
Wii U, I think.
I'm not gonna buy a remake.
I didn't even play the original, to be honest.
Yeah,
I
As a
absolutely
Wii.
love the original.
I didn't ever beat it, but
Technically, I bought the remake for Wii, so
I thought it was
I
a
don't
Wii
think it was
game.
a remake though.
no, yeah, it was.
It-
It,
it
was
was-
released
it
on
was for
GameCube
Game-
and Wii U and
It wa-
Wii at the same
Yeah,
time.
right.
it
yeah.
was released for GameCube, and then they flipped it on Wii because Link's left-handed, and everyone is right-handed that plays, so they
Yeah, she's right.
flipped it and released it on Wii.
Yeah. That's why I didn't
Damn.
play it,
Flipped
though.
it. All right,
Because
didn't know that.
I just didn't play on
Play 'cause it's
GameCube,
left-handed.
and then, no, because Wii, I hate the Wii.
But
So.
the amiibo looks really cool as well. I don't know if I'm going to buy that yet.
Don't
What?
buy it.
I
It's
don't
a waste
think
of
I-
money.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the amiibo. I
They're
was
just
like, you gotta
spinning
buy
wheels
that.
because they had to delay Zelda, and you know
But you could probably only get the
If
amiibo
I ever
if you
buy
buy
a
the
Wii
game.
U, I'll probably
think
buy
so?
it
I'm thinking.
because
because you buy everything.
because I buy everything. Yeah. No, but yeah. Go on.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they'll probably.
I think
I don't think
that's
they'll
when-
release the amiibo on its own. So
No.
I don't think so?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Because it's Nintendo. Of course not. Why don't they sell more amiibos? Why don't they do a lot of stuff? We always ask these questions. I'm still bitter, folks.
So, if you want the amiibo, you're going to have to buy the remake.
I don't need the amiibo. I'm sorry.
You just said you have to buy it.
Well, you have to buy it.
She's saying like you.
Oh, I thought you...
Like,
Okay.
you,
I thought you
like,
meant
not
your
like
collection.
not like a collection of us. Like just you, Dylan, has to buy it.
Your collection of
Pokemon
amiibos.
Super Mystery Dungeon. Was hoping you would have something to say about this.
I don't like the Mystery Dungeon series.
Alright.
So, I'm sorry to say.
Our streak of loving Nintendo continues.
Once again,
The
week to
premise
week,
is we love Nintendo, but we just like
we also hate them. That's the thing.
Well, we were very harsh on them, but we want to do love. Like they need to succeed,
Yeah.
or they're gonna go out of business. Like to be honest, like this next console has to kill it. Like that's why we're hard. Like
Yeah.
you know,
Splatoon and Mario Maker DLC coming out. I think this is actual DLC for Splatoon, like new stuff, not stuff that they just had on the disc waiting.
yeah, so
Which
that's nice.
Still makes
What's
me
the
salty.
Mario Maker?
I gotta be honest, I don't remember what it is.
Okay.
That
nice.
bundle was nice.
Probably
too,
just like new items and stuff.
Yeah, there is a bundle.
of Splatoon and Smash. That's a great
Yeah,
deal.
the
If
Wii
you
U bundle?
don't have a Wii U, get that. That's a great
that
deal.
out?
And today, the day that we're recording, is Black Friday, so I hope you already bought it.
And be nice
That's
to
the
your
ball one.
retail seller staff, please.
It's not going to matter anyway, because this won't be out till the
Well,
day
for
after.
Boxing Day, be nice to them because they don't control these things.
Yeah, all of us have worked retail.
Yeah.
It sucks.
So
At the same time.
yeah,
True.
exactly. What we're but no, I think that I don't know. Does that? I'm not sure if that's out yet. That combo.
Might
I don't
be a
know.
Christmas bundle.
Yeah. Either way, it's cool. To me, it shows
Probably
that they're
Christmas
definitely getting
season.
ready to go jump over to NX because that's one of those bundles of
The
like
two biggest
Wait,
games.
sorry, what's in the bundle again?
Splatoon and Smash
Oh, okay.
with the Wii U.
And what's
So,
the
did you
price?
guys hear that they're
In
selling
Japan.
just the gamepads in Japan now?
I like that.
Now?
Yeah.
Yeah, now because they're like we have all these extra ones. We gotta get the NX out. Start selling them.
We just burned the consoles, but if you want the gamepad,
They don't even work. Like you try to hook up to.
you can use them as a TV
Well,
remote.
you have
They're
to
actually
think-
pretty good
One
ones.
time it's gonna be like ET, that Atari game that they
Yeah.
found there. It's gonna be a bunch of game pads. Like what the hell?
You have to think, like, if you broke yours or something, there's been no way to get a
Yeah.
new one, and rendering your console kind of useless.
Yeah,
for a
you
lot
can.
of
Once
things.
again,
Use
another thing to look out for on NX. Like don't do shit like that. Like,
Or, like,
to me, that's a
make it-
reason not to buy.
Yeah, make it readily available to get a new one.
I'm
Yeah.
sure if you send an email to Nintendo, they'd be like, alright, we got you covered. We got a warehouse full of these things.
They send you like a yeah, apparently.
They send you like at least 6 or 7. Just
Yeah, that'll be $500. Thanks, Nintendo. Here, you get this gamepad amiibo.
Fire Emblem North America release February 19th.
Oh wow,
So not that far
that's
away.
way. That's
and
way
you remember how they had like a pretty much this time it's really cool. You can pick if you want to be on the good side or bad side, and you buy that version of the game.
Yeah.
Kind of like what they do with the Pokemon games.
Or
I
you can buy them
suppose.
both and get a discount.
Or they have a third. They have a third
Triple
game.
R.
They actually
Well,
have,
it's like the $80.
they have
right?
a third game now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't understand. It's something to do with the story.
It's coming.
A third path. So you can
Oh,
get,
really?
and now it's like a bundle. You can get all 3 of the games together for
I think it's $80.
So that's pretty good for 3 games.
Right.
For Fire Emblem, you're covered for at least like 2 years.
Yeah.
'Cause
Oh, I
they're
know.
long games.
On one game.
So you
you're-
only
you're
need one
set
game,
for
but
that one.
now you have 3.
That's awesome.
As a Fire Emblem fan, that is amazing.
Yeah.
Now I get 3 games.
So-
So I was like, when does this game come out? Now I get 3 of them.
So you said the third path, you can't get that unless you buy like. the
Yeah, I
super
believe that one's
I think
exclusive
so.
to getting this.
If you get
thing.
this bundle
okay.
pack.
And then you can
if you just
buy-
buy one...
So I'll probably buy the bundle again.
You might as well.
If you just buy one, you can get a discount on the second one. But it's just, if you're a fan, get the big bundle.
Yeah.
Like,
That's awesome though, because that release date is a lot sooner than I thought.
Yeah.
Because when I
Yeah.
first looked into it, they were saying like springtime 2016, and I was just assuming like
So wait,
March, May.
is it
Yeah.
3 games that aren't out yet then?
Yeah,
They're
well, they're out in
They're
Japan.
in
Yeah.
Japan.
Oh, okay, but they're just being
North
coming over
American
to North
release.
Yes.
America.
Pretty much, one of them is just like the good guys, one is the bad guys.
Okay,
and
so it's
now-
not like the one, like, if I were to get this for Matt never listens to these, so he's not going to know that I'm talking about getting it for him. It's not going to be the games he already owns.
this is the one he listens to.
Unless he bought it in Japan,
Yeah.
then yes.
We did
Yeah, no,
look
they
at
are-
games
they're
over
brand new.
there. They have a lot of games we don't have. It's really unfair. PlayStation people should be,
Yeah.
like, picketing. There's, like, so many PlayStation
Picketing.
games that we don't have here.
Like just things that haven't been released yet, or things that just don't even.
They don't even,
Yeah.
they don't even exist. Like, I'm over there looking at games, and I'm like,
Did you buy any?
Like
of them?
Sneaking
example.
2.
they don't
Wait, what?
work
Sneaking
here.
I guess they're region locked.
Yeah.
That's true. I forgot about that.
So, like, Sword Art Online, we have one.
Yeah.
We
You
have
were
one
telling me
game
about
that
that.
just came out, but they had like 4.
That's the same with
That-
Fire Emblem. They're like they
Yeah.
didn't get released in North America until there was like 8 of them out already
Yeah, so
because of Marth and Smash, Marth
it
and Roy
sucks.
Smash, which is pretty cool.
Thank God I
Shout
love
outs to
North
Smash.
American things.
Okay,
Say that
so
again.
basically it's new games. It's good to know.
Yeah,
Yeah, brand new.
and
That's
that's
what
like
you're
a
gonna
really.
think
If
I'm very
you're
excited.
if you're a Fire Emblem fan, then that's 3 games for $80. That's a really good deal. You're covered for years.
Oh yeah.
Like
I'm not even. I haven't even beaten one.
I was thinking, oh yeah, I'll get one character, we'll get the other one, then we can just trade
Yeah.
and play both of them. And now, it's just so much. It's a great deal just to get all
Yeah.
3. Pokemon, Blue, Red, and Yellow,
Yeah, that's exciting.
February 27th.
It's exciting. It's kind of far away, which is unfortunate, but
So this is just a straight up new Pokemon, right?
no, it's the original.
That's the first ones.
It's the originals, like the
Oh.
first ones, but they're being.
So what's the
brought
deal?
to
Have they?
Are they all
been
together,
remade
or is they
before?
separate games? Do you know?
I think they're separate.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
there's
they're-
probably a nice bundle.
Yeah, they're
An
all.
$80 bundle.
Yeah, I
you
hope
get all
so.
3.
I think they're only charging 15 each.
Oh,
That's
okay.
really cool.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I actually am probably gonna check those out.
I wish that came out before.
So-
Those are
Christmas.
definitely my favorite.
I just get Pokemon like
games,
every
for sure.
once in a while, but I'll probably get these ones.
Yeah, it's all the original. They were remade for the Advanced.
Game Boy Advance.
Yeah,
Classic.
and they were
That's been a while though. Too,
Leaf
isn't it?
Green and Fire Red.
Oh yeah.
But they're not doing a remake. They're literally just like porting over
Oh,
the
okay.
original. So it's going to be like your original like black and white or your original Game Boy Color is not newly animated like it was in Fire Red and Leaf Green.
So what do you think of that?
I'm excited for it. I am, like I said, I'm kind of disappointed that it's so far away. It doesn't seem like it should take that long.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Yeah.
to port it over.
That makes
But,
sense. Yeah.
I'm excited. I grew up playing Yellow with Pikachu following behind me, and
Yeah.
it was the best time of my life. So I'm definitely gonna at
Best
least
time of your life.
be getting Yellow for surezies.
There's a Vandal here.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Are you ready, kids?
Aye, Captain.
All right, so the last thing, the Nintendo
Hang
Direct.
on, no, pause.
What? That was
We were talking.
that was
All right.
bad.
It's gonna no. We can go bloopers, but if
Bloopers.
it was weird if we're
Yeah.
like talking. Go.
All right, so the last thing with the Nintendo Direct that I wrote down, there was like Star Fox stuff and like Xenoblade Chronicles. I don't know. I'm not too invested in that stuff.
I'm not
Star
invested in
Fox.
Star Fox. Which
I
are
think
my
I skipped
favorites.
past Star Fox. I didn't even watch it. I'm
Brutal.
not into that. So the last thing was Smash. They brought
Cloud.
Cloud in. So obviously everyone's already heard of this if you're
Why
a
do
Smash
you?
person. But
You didn't sound
yeah, what
so.
is it? I actually have no idea what that
Cloud.
what that was. Is that like wow? I hate Nintendo. Wow, I love Nintendo.
I don't see why he's in there. He's not.
Why not?
What Nintendo game has Cloud been in?
Well, why not?
Okay, it's not it.
But why?
It's
Yeah.
not. It's not just like Nintendo anymore, right? That wasn't even in Brawl. Like they brought Sonic and Snake in.
Reusing it now.
Yeah, like it's
Like classic Nintendo.
now
still.
they're gonna add anyone that they
Well-
have the rights to add in.
Well,
at
they're
this
adding
point.
like other people too. Like, aren't they adding like Hatsune, like the Vocaloid?
Like, it's all
It's like a
rumors.
Japanese singer.
No, they're
No?
not adding that.
Well, they haven't officially added that. We don't know.
I don't
heard
think
I heard
that's-
rumors that she was being added in. I
You
don't,
could hear rumors
I
for
don't
any
see
single
how you can
character.
like say that no, that's not going to happen when you're just saying they're adding more characters like Snake and Sonic and this and that. And
It's
I mean,
plenty
they
possible.
they stretch to go for
It's
Wii
plenty
Fit
possible,
Trainer,
but
so.
like I'm heavily involved within the Smash community, and I have not once heard that.
Did you once
So-
see a Cloud though before it happened?
Oh,
No, I didn't.
So there you go. Suck it.
Casual.
I'm a filthy casual.
It was one of those that everyone was like Clouds in there. Like it is one of those where it kicks the door open, and it's one of those things where now with the NX when Smash comes out, it's going to be really exciting to see who they could bring in
So
now.
is this
like,
just DLC for it then, or is this going to be the next Smash?
No, this is still DLC
yeah.
for
This is going to be
the
DLC.
current Smash.
yeah, and same thing.
And then,
like,
and
And when's that
December.
come
That-
out?
When does
Cloud?
This
Cloud come
DLC
out?
come out?
The character's done. I actually don't
And
know.
do you have to pay for it?
I think it's sometime in December.
You have to pay for
Yeah,
it.
Okay.
you can. It's like $2 to buy a character.
Did you already say the thing in December? What's happening?
No, pretty much. Cloud. So Cloud wasn't the ballot winner. I don't know if you guys remember the ballot
The
they put
vote?
up.
I do remember the bell.
So that is they like at the end of that Cloud announcement, they said in December they're going to do another Smash announcement. So they're probably adding, I don't know, I'd say 2 or 3 new characters, and then that probably is it for Smash DLC. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Probably Wolf, probably K. Rool. Those are likely just based on votes. and they make sense to be in the game. And I don't know, some stages and stuff. So that's more to come in December. But Cloud is interesting. I'm not a huge Final Fantasy person, but I think that's awesome. Just that they.
Me too.
And that's like such a PlayStation thing.
Yeah.
That they just have now. So.
Probably just because of the hype for the Final Fantasy VII remake.
Mhm.
And some people speculate if that's a telling sign that could come to the NX. So I don't know if I believe that, but that's what some people are speculating, that there's maybe a partnership brewing there. So if that's what the NX needs to do. They need that type of game. Like they need those games that people want.
Their Final Fantasy. Yeah.
You know, like we've said before, you want the games where they got mainstream and Nintendo.
I wouldn't be surprised if Sony and Nintendo did partner, because those are the two huge consoles in Japan.
Oh, right? I'd faint with excitement.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. But I'm excited for Cloud. I'm just excited by that because you never know who could pop in there. You know, like. That makes me really happy that
was something
Banjo
that
could
no
come
one
in there.
saw coming. Like I said, I'm really involved in this community. No one saw that coming.
Yeah.
That was really
maybe one day
out of
Master
left
Chief
field.
can be in there. Maybe one day I don't know.
That's the thing. Like if they have the rights to do those characters, they'll do it. Like
imagine
I could see Nintendo because there's like a common joke in the Smash community that people want to vote in Shrek. So, like, if Nintendo just didn't understand that joke and they just went out and got the rights to put... Like, how cool would that be? They would do that.
I'd be down. And that's why I would like the next Smash movie. Just this, like, you get all these Smash characters always in it, your Fox, your whatever. And then, like, obviously Mario.
Yeah, now you can almost do, like, a full third-party...
Yeah, like, add people, like... I don't know. Like, the potential is just so much out there. I will say, legitimately on this podcast, if Banjo's ever made to Amiibo, I'm sold. Like, that'll be the amiibo I buy. Like, I can't... Like, Banjo is one of my favorite, like, things of all time. Like, I didn't put it in my top 10 games because it's, like... I don't know. There's honorable mentions. It was close. It's in the top 15, but I just love Banjo. I've played that so many times, and... Yeah. So I'm excited to see what it's for the next Smash. Because, you know, Smash for me was almost coming to that point of, like, okay, what else can they do? Like, once they got Sonic, Pac-Man... and Mega Man. Yeah, those were the three. Like, okay, they got these three classic ones that people have been talking about for years. Like, what's left? What can they do? But now that Cloud's in there,
and Ryu, Ryu
too.
Well.
It's really like they could do maybe whatever they wanted as long as they got the rights, right?
Yeah.
So,
and even like I said, so December. I don't know if they mentioned a day exactly. Did they? I think December 10th or something.
I don't know. They're just doing a Smash like direct.
Yeah.
So they should have.
And like I said, it would make sense if that was the last of the DLC.
Because when you looked at all their games that they did announce, is all just spring 2016, and they didn't go any further than that. Same with Zelda, like nothing further. So I think, like, and this felt like there's little games.
Smash has already been out for a year.
Yeah.
So.
Like the direct felt like
been that long already.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. The direct felt like a bunch of announcements, but when you look at them, they weren't a bunch of announcements about the huge future. It's just like the next 6 to 9 months, right?
Most people already knew as far as
exactly. It was stuff like Fire Emblem, which is different, but like
there was some new stuff, but it was just good to know that Nintendo is still going to do these directs.
Yeah,
that was the main thing for me. Like, oh, good that these things are going to still happen without Iwata.
Especially with them not being really at E3, they kind of have to. Like, they do their stuff at E3, but
their directs are awesome.
Yeah, but they're not a press conference, right? Like, it's not the same. They only do, like, an hour, where, like, Sony and Microsoft seem to do, like, 2 to 2.5 hours. Like, it's not the same, and it's, like, a controlled situation. So I do like the directs. I just want a time machine. I really want to get to E3. I really want to know what Nintendo's doing. I really want to know what that console is. Like, I want to know if it is stronger than the PS4 and the Xbox. Like, all these rumors going around about it, I just want to know. I want to see what it can do. I want to, like, do you think it would be backwards compatible, too?
I think that all depends on if they have any sort of gamepad, and if the gamepad
it depends
works
on
with
the console.
Because a lot of the games depend on the gamepad, you know?
Yeah.
That's what I mean. I'm just so interested. I just want to see. But, yeah. The direct was good. I just wasn't amazed by it, but it was good.
Mm.
You know, I would.
Kind of depends on what they do for a controller, too, because the Wii and Wii U have both been the same controller, or they had the adapter for the GameCube controller. So if they completely redesign, I mean, then they can't really bring anything forward unless they do like a report for it specifically for the new controller.
Yeah.
So
I wouldn't be mad at all if it was just GameCube controller.
Yeah, I'm assuming they're going to go back to something similar to that. Obviously, they're not going to do the GameCube.
I would like that.
I think so. That's what everyone's making it sound like. It's going to be like a hardcore like console. Yeah. Like, not like a gimmicky experimental thing, and that's what they need to do. So
I think we should go back to N64 controllers.
I'd be down for that over Wii anytime.
I'd
be down for NS
fix the control stick, I would be down. Control sticks deteriorate and suck.
I just never want to see that the Wii thing again. If
The nunchuck.
Yeah.
the Super Wii Cube 64 has that, I'm done. I'm not done, but I'll still buy
I'm
it.
gonna be mad about it while I'm doing
I'm
it.
gonna be regretting spending this money, but I'm still gonna do it.
This is
But-
the worst $300.
I'll grudgingly give my credit card TV games.
Yeah. Last question for you: are you gonna be super salty if they don't do King K. Rool? Like if he's voted at the top, but they're just like, we're not doing.
Am I going to
that."
be salty? No, I'm not going to be salty. But
Well, you've been campaigning for him hard.
yeah, well,
What's your salt meter gonna look like?
On a scale of 1 to 7.
honestly, like, I don't. The thing is, like, I get so hyped about all this stuff, and like I'm super hyped for Cloud and this announcement. But at the end of the day, I just play Melee at this point. Like,
Yeah.
I honestly don't even really play it. I just love the community, the Smash community, and just all the that it revolves around it. So DLC is just always exciting.
Should be
However,
a Smash Cast.
That's the thing with K. Rool. K. Rool's actually, in a lot of regions, he's actually like the number one on the ballot. So it is likely.
Yeah.
Because Donkey Kong like only has 2 characters out of the whole game.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, I think it would be a perfect fit. I'm
Excellent.
calling it Wolf and K. Rool. That's what I'm calling.
Wolf who?
I want Wolf.
Who's Wolf?
From
Star
Star Fox,
Fox.
who was in Brawl.
Okay.
So it'd be an easy character to bring over because they already have that character.
Oh, okay.
So they can literally just copy paste him pretty much, balance him. He's good to go.
Yeah.
And they would be awesome because then that would be 2 more villains, and villains
Are chilling.
they cheaped out on them.
Is there any? I know we talked about. I think it was our last cast that was like this, but the Star Fox game. Anything more about that?
Nope.
They had stuff at it. It was in the direct.
Still looks
Like,
It
why does
still
it look
looks-
so bad?
because it looks like the N64 version.
Oh, okay.
Like, just a
I've
bit
never
brighter.
played Star Fox
Oh,
game
yeah.
my entire life, so I wouldn't know.
It doesn't look very good. It doesn't look
Yeah.
fun.
Apparently, I think
It's just flying too.
Oh, is it?
I mean,
it's so. Don't. Are you saying about the N64 game?
no, the new one that's coming out, like it's not like Adventure where you can get out and like go explore.
yeah.
I mean, you can transform your plane into like a little tank and drive in your tank, but you're basically stuck in your vehicle the whole game. So it's
Still-
either you fly or you drive.
The thing they
They still have
did
metal legs that are super OP.
apparently.
The metal legs.
The thing that
Fox
they
has
did
metal
point
legs,
out
guys.
before people weren't liking it, including myself, I can't remember, how did they want you to play the gamepad originally? Wasn't it like the gamepad
They were
was
using the
cockpit?
gyrocopter.
Yeah, or something like that, but apparently they've taken that out because people are like, this is stupid, so
Yeah.
that's a rumor going around. But I'm still not going to buy it, unless it reviews very well, which I don't think it will. Like,
Yeah. It doesn't look too promising.
No, same thing. And another thing, here's a quick transition that didn't look too promising, was Mario Tennis. They got butchered reviews.
Yeah, but didn't it come out at the exact same time as Fallout?
Yeah, but it could. Tomb Raider did, and that got phenomenal.
You didn't buy
reviews.
Mario Tennis.
Tomb
No.
Raider went well
Critically,
for the people that bought it. I guess.
critically, it went. That's what we were going to talk about just quickly too. I'll talk about that. Was just critically, everyone I've talked to said like, "Oh, you got to play this game when it comes out." Like they say it's amazing, so much better than the first one. But the rumors are because some sales came out from the UK and just from like reports that I see and other podcasts I listen to of people that are actually inside the industry. Apparently, the numbers are like really bad. Like really bad where Microsoft might not release them for a while. Like apparently they're awful.
Yeah.
Like it's really bad.
I definitely.
So
like,
that sucks for them.
I'll probably play the game when it finally comes to PlayStation.
Yeah.
Just it'll probably. Be
I wanna
discounted.
play it.
Yeah,
I
I
do.
know. Like it's one of those games
Yeah.
where I do want to play it, but it's not like I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna buy an Xbox One just so that I can play Tomb Raider.
And it's just a shame for
And Fallout 4.
yeah,
it's
yeah,
a shame for the people that made the game because
Yeah.
especially the game is like legitimate. I've seen like 9 out of 10s. I've seen 10 out of 10s.
yeah.
Like
Like,
on the
it looks-
Metacritic, it's like an 88, 89, and it looks really good.
It looks beautiful.
But it's like you made the 2 mistakes of like one, you release it on Fallout, which once again like okay, that's done. But then 2, it's only on Xbox, and like well, of course the sales aren't like obviously the sales are going to do bad, but like they're doing terribly bad. And I
And
don't
that just
know.
kills the hype too, right? So even in the long run, when it does come out on other consoles,
Yeah, it's like oh.
People are gonna like forget about it.
Yeah,
when it comes out.
exactly.
on those other
Especially
consoles.
next year, there's so much other stuff coming out too. It's like, when does it come out? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't want to be that person and be like the keyboard warrior, but like, it's just like
it wasn't
People
set
get-
up for success, so it's
peop-
not surprising that. It's
But
not
that's what I
being-
mean. People get paid to set those games up for success. There's
Yeah.
people in a boardroom right now that were paid millions of dollars to say this is when Tomb Raider should come out, and it's like people in this room right now know like a better idea. Then delay it. Either make that game come out earlier or delay it till like, hey, we're gonna release this in February or something. Yeah, there's big games like Mirror Edge 2 and stuff, but it's like not as big as like Fallout. Like you gotta. I don't know.
You don't mess
Like,
with
even
Bethesda.
like the beginning of December kind of thing. Even if it's
Yeah,
a month.
anything like it's just especially December, right before Christmas.
To do it in the beginning of December, all of you guys have already kind of, well, not so much Dylan, but you and Kirkland have both been yeah, I'm kind of taking a break from Fallout. Now is the time when a new game needs to come out. Because now you're getting over your hype, and okay, now I can play something else.
Especially Tomb Raider is completely different. Yeah, it's open world, but it's not the same. It's just a story where you're going jungle. There's tombs to raid, but it's not Fallout.
There's tombs to raid and Tomb Raider.
Well, yeah, that's it. They're just side quests.
I like to raid vaults instead.
But it's not Fallout came out and then GTA. It's the same open world. Tomb Raider is a concealed thing. So I don't know. That sucks for them, but yeah. Well, our last thing we'll talk about today, a little mini bread and butter topic. I'm not sure how quickly. Yeah, it's been a while since we broke out the bread and butter. But PS4 announced, or Sony announced that they're bringing PS2 emulations to PlayStation 4. And everyone, of course, is losing their mind. That's a really good thing. And that's what we're just going to quickly talk about. Was there any games you guys thought that right away that you'd want to be brought over and play on PS4?
Twisted Metal.
That was PS1, wasn't it?
Well,
Wasn't that PS1?
There's Twisted Metal.
I don't actually remember.
I think there's Twisted
There's
Metal
one that came
Black.
on PS3.
That wasn't that. It was alright.
I don't know.
Twisted Metal 1 was really good, and Twisted Metal Black is the one he's talking about, and that was really, really good too.
Well, when you first told me about it, the first games that came to my head were definitely Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite games of all time on PS2. There's God of War. Yeah, that already came out on remastered.
See, that's the thing for me too. A lot of the games that I played already remastered.
Yeah, that's what I was
Final
saying.
Fantasy X-2, Kingdom Hearts 2.
I want the Kingdom Hearts on PS4 because I didn't have a PS3, so I'd like them emulated over.
Yeah, and God of War, that came out re-release on PS3, and I bought it on the PSN, so it's I already played that.
Didn't they release that on PS4 as well, God of War?
They released, I think, just one game, not the whole thing. They released,
the third one or whatever?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay.
And it was a definitive edition, sort of like that.
But I think it was just the third now that I think about it.
There's a couple Crash Bandicoot games, of course, I love.
Sick.
But
I love
wasn't that
Crash.
PS1?
No, I have one on PS2. He's all decked out like Iron Man.
That's probably not a
whatever,
good.
and it's good.
Not like
Spyro.
It's good. There's different worlds.
Was Spyro on PS1 and 2?
PS1. They did a couple
PS2?
on PS2, but they weren't the same. Kind of
The
probably
first
like
one was
Crash
the best
Bandicoot.
The Crash Bandicoot, it did have that good one. There was a good one.
The
on
Wrath
PS2.
of Cortex.
I think is that it? I think so.
Is that PS2 one?
I think so. Yeah. Did you not like it?
I like the originals better.
I'll just take any Crash because
the one where you could play as the chick and you could ride on the tiger.
I remember that one. I never played it though.
That level, I played that level daily.
Oh, I remember.
That
Doesn't she have blue and a blue?
She got a blonde ponytail, and then she wears blue
Yeah.
coveralls, and she rides a tiger.
Yeah.
And she was my favorite.
Yeah.
Well, another one that I was gonna say was Jack and Daxter series.
Dude,
I have all of those on PS3 though, so it's why would I buy it again?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
see, that's the thing. I have a PS3,
Yeah.
and so anything that I wanted remastered, I have remastered.
Yeah,
See, I'm more excited because the games that I want don't get remastered.
Yeah, see, I know for a lot of people it'd be really beneficial because people probably PS2 and then they don't have PS3, just like you, and then went PS4, so they want to play those games again. So I think the whole emulator thing is really awesome. Just for me personally, I already have all the ones that I really wanted.
Yeah.
But there is a couple that I don't, Silent Hills. Oh man, if they redid those.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even be mad
same
about
with Resident Evil. There's a couple I'd like.
I wouldn't even be mad about
but
the whole Silent Hills cancellation thing.
I think that everything that's going to be coming out is stuff that's already been redone for
I know, that's what I'm
PS3.
worried.
Because if you look at how Xbox did it, everything that they did for backwards compatibility,
She's using quotations.
yeah, quote unquote backwards compatibility, was already remade. They released Gears of War, but they already did Gears of War because they released a collection. They did Borderlands, but Borderlands has already been remade because they did the Handsome Jack collection.
Yeah.
So I have a feeling PS4 is going to be things they've already redone, so they're closer to being able to be ready.
You never know because Sony does, I think, sometimes pull out some type of weird stuff. I'm hoping.
Well, at least in the beginning, that's my theory.
Yeah.
It might get better over time, but
The ones, truthfully, I want, and we may have talked about this on the cast for a long time ago, but was those first two Spider-Man games, the Spider-Man movie game and the Spider-Man 2 game.
That guy's PS2.
Those are amazing.
That's what I want the most.
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2 is legitimately a really good game.
Yeah.
It was the best superhero game before Arkham, and it's open world. You have a whole ranking RPG system. It's
I don't
really
think I played
good.
it.
Did you guys
really
ever
good.
Yeah,
play?
and that's what I want.
I think it's called Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, I was actually going to bring that up. I think they could really redo that.
I actually
That'd be
have
amazing.
never
think
seen
they
gameplay of
did
it.
not for PS3?
I've never played it, I've just
think so.
listened to the
Maybe.
soundtrack, and I've heard it's an amazing game.
I think
And I was wondering, is it
I
on
think-
PS2
I
or one?
think it's on
PS2 because
PS2,
yeah, no, I was because when you said like bring up your list of whatever emulators, I was actually talking to my friend about that, and he's like, dude, Shadow of Colossus, they redid that because I'd never played it, but he did a lot, and he said that was like one of his favorite games on PS2.
Those are the same people making that Guardian game for PS4,
Yeah.
the one with the big like bird, and it's like a dog.
That makes a
like-
lot of sense, actually.
It's,
Yeah.
it's like the same concept, isn't it?
I don't know. I've never played any of them.
Yeah,
Okay.
apparently that game, pretty much the whole entire game takes place while you're like figuring out puzzles and stuff
Yeah.
while you're on this gigantic thing.
Yeah, like it's just
Flying back.
like the soundtracks are amazing
What?
and like all of that stuff. Like it's just a beautiful game. So I think that would be really cool to see, especially
Yeah,
remastered.
Like I said, like I have literally only listened to the soundtrack.
it's
like-
good though.
It's a great soundtrack.
Yeah, like
Listen to it while I study.
yeah.
It's good. It's good.
Silent Hills I already said. Another one that like I don't know if I would actually be that into, but like when, on PS2 was Soul Calibur. Have you guys ever played it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That one was really awesome because like they
Soul
like
Calibur 2 was
they had like
so
Darth
good.
Vader in that, and like that was sick.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Darth Vader and Yoda.
Yoda, like there's
Yeah.
two. different
Oh
versions of
yeah,
the
I
games.
remember
And
Yoda.
the game before
Yeah,
that
it's
had
like
Spawn
sick.
in there too. That was
Oh
really
really?
cool.
Yeah,
Spawn
it was
in
really
there.
cool because it's like a Mortal Kombat game.
Yeah.
but it's like all those
More
characters.
artsy.
Yeah, and I really liked it though. Like I really enjoyed those
I
games.
totally
so-
remember playing with Yoda and Vader, and like Vader
Yeah.
couldn't hit Yoda because he's so low, so you have to like attack down, or when
Yeah.
Yoda jumped up to attack him, and it was like legit,
remember
you like
Yoda,
attack
yeah,
over
that
his
was
head.
awesome.
Yeah, it was just a fun game though. So if they like did something like that, like maybe I'd look into it. But
Yeah.
That's that's cool because now I was thinking about getting a PS4. Like I never had the PS2, so I didn't miss out on these games. I played them at my
PS2
friend's
is
house,
legit.
but that would be awesome if I could go back and just play them all on
Yeah.
the PS4 that I might eventually still am potentially interested in.
For me, like my golden goose is like, and anybody that's a wrestling fan out there, it's called SmackDown. Here Comes the Pain, and it is the greatest wrestling game. It's never been duplicated. It's the one I was telling you about when there's like, what?
Here comes the pain.
I just love the name. Yeah.
SmackDown.
It's what I was telling you when we were having the conversation about Fallout, where like there's audio instead of like the options, but this is a wrestling game that would have like a bunch of options. You could pick for your character, like text lines for the storylines and whatnot.
Okay.
So, but now because they do audio and voiceover, that's all gone. It's just like there's no story. But like this legit, like I'm gonna search it up after this cast and show you maybe another time. Like the love for this game in the wrestling community, it's like it's our Melee. That's what it is, and it's never been duplicated. No one's ever
That's
gotten
awesome.
anyone close. And Here Comes the Pain. I still that's why my PS2 is sitting by my TV at home, because every once in a while I'm just like I want to play some SmackDown. Here Comes the Pain, and it's phenomenal. I love the wrestling games that come out nowadays, and they're good graphics and all, but they don't top like Here Comes the Pain. It is legitimate, so good. Like I just had this reoccurring like campaign. It's so hard to explain, but for wrestling fans, and that's what I want the most. If they do that, I don't need any other game like emulated at all. Like oof.
Yeah. It's actually kind of funny. If they ever did like do an emulator for it, Star Wars Battlefront 2.
I was thinking the same thing.
Like
Yeah.
Like
I'd be
honestly,
legit
that would
down
be
for
better
that.
than the new Battlefront out. Like 100%. It has a
Yeah.
storyline. The
Yeah.
hero mode is 100 times better. Like
The
like,
hero mode is what I want.
like they can
yeah.
say like everything like it's it looks so nice, but like the features of
Well, it does look
Battlefront
nice.
2 cannot be beat for the new Battlefront. Like,
I'll
I'm
agree.
sorry, like I'm not spending $80 on just like a Battlefront or a Battlefield.
Even
game
though you
with
did
the
just say
battle-
that
with the-
other night you almost bought it.
Yeah, that was when I was.
you
Okay,
took the lowest of his
that was when I
lows.
was all around the Star Wars hype, and then I kind of brought myself to reality. I'm like, no, I don't need to do that.
No, I
But,
still say buy it at some point, but not for the full price.
Yeah, and like I have shooters.
Yeah.
Like I have Battlefield 3. I don't even play it.
So I play Counter-Strike with you, man.
But yeah, you know, like we have Counter Strike, so many shit other. But another game, Metal Gear Solid, like the older ones.
Yeah.
I would really
For
like
sure.
that because
I want that.
I never really played. Like, I really want to play the second one.
Yeah.
And I never really played the older ones. I think the first one I played was, or I think I played the first one and then the fourth. Like I
Yeah.
just skipped like all of those.
See, I played
So,
those ones.
If they release like all of those together, I would just love that.
Yeah. They kind of did that though.
For
Remember
PS3.
PS3 and 360.
Yeah, see, like there's
I
like that's
know.
the thing that we were talking about before. How like they already kind of did that.
Yeah.
But like for people that missed out on that, I think it's cool how they bring
Yeah.
it because there is a lot of people that missed out on PS3 and PS2 even. Like
Yeah.
there's people that just buying PS4 as their first console.
Yeah.
So like all these old games,
Yeah.
it's definitely a cool option that they're bringing back.
Yeah.
Another couple good ones. Prince of Persia. I know they redid
I was
that,
gonna say
but
that, too.
Prince of Persia was
Sands of
so-
Time, that was the one I
Yeah,
played.
the original.
The Salt. You guys remember that? how my game was scratched so I could get into the final boss room, but I
Oh,
couldn't.
yeah.
Well, if they, remake it, and you get
Yeah,
back
they-
in,
I can't, I'll never beat that game. I'll just be in the final
But yeah,
boss room.
I totally agree with you. Prince of Persia would be amazing.
Yeah.
So
I love
much
that
salt.
series.
and then another one, I don't know if anyone else is a big fan, but Devil May Cry 3.
Yeah, the only Devil
Yeah.
May Cry I played was DMC. It was kind of like its own thing.
Okay, Devil May Cry 3, I think I might own it. You could probably borrow it if I could
Okay.
find it. But yeah, it was one of my favorite Devil May Cry games. I don't know that I played the original, but I think I played 2, and I did not enjoy it as much as 3, so I'd be
Yep.
kind of cool with that, because I don't think they ever remade
Yeah, like
the originals. They did new ones.
Yeah,
but-
DMC, and that was like it was like a spin-off thing, and they kind of made
Was that the
some,
one with, like, the blue hand?
Maybe.
What?
Maybe, no. I don't know.
Maybe
It's
no.
like, because, like, the main character's name is Dante, right? And,
Yeah.
and it's like, you're him, but it's like, he doesn't have white hair, and he looks completely, it's like a whole new character. It's just a spin-off thing that they
Okay.
did. It was fun. It was hack and slash, just like a normal
Yeah.
DMC game.
Yeah,
But
have you, Travis or Dylan, have you
No.
played it?
No.
I've
They're
seen,
fun.
like, friends
They're definitely
play, I've
fun.
never
Yeah,
played it.
you got, like, so
Was
you
it a
have...
PlayStation exclusive?
If
It's
it
on
was,
PC.
it's not
I
anymore.
have it on PC.
And it has been on 360, so if it was, it's
Okay.
not anymore. It's like Metal Gear used to be
I don't think it was on the
exclusive.
original Xbox,
I don't
but I
think
know
so.
it was on 360.
Yeah.
But that was the new one. I think that was the one with the blue hand, was the one that went on 360.
Mhm.
But basically, you have, like, guns and then a sword, and you can, like,
Right.
run on
Yeah.
walls and attack demons, or you can, like, flip over them and, like, shoot down on the ground.
So my day job.
Pretty much.
In a
So,
nutshell.
I don't know, it's
Yeah.
kind of, like, got a mix of, like, first-person shooter and, like, hack and slash, like, kind of
I've
mixed
heard good
together.
things about it. Yeah.
So,
That's cool.
did you want to go? That was a really...
I just remembered the two Lord of the Rings games that they made for the PS2.
The Middle Earth one?
What?
Is that the one we were talking about?
Not Battlefront.
Oh,
That-
those were amazing.
That too, but that was PS3.
yeah,
and it-
I remember playing that on Xbox 360.
yeah. PS2 had like a hack and slash where you could play through the story with Lego. The first game was you can play through with Legolas, Aragorn, or Gimli, and it's just like their stories all the way through. But then the Return of the King, you could play as Sam, you could play as.
Are you talking about where it's like you go as 3 characters?
Yeah,
it's
and, like,
kinda-
the cover has them
dude,
all
I have
like
all of
this.
those for GameCube. I have every single
Oh,
one.
and that was on PS2. That's the thing. I want those like and that was legit a really, 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 really good
Yeah.
game.
They're
Like, it's
just-
so good.
It's off the movies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I have Two Towers
So
and
good.
Return of the King. They're
yeah,
very good.
Yeah, it's a
They're-
good. The first game was terrible.
Especially
That's
playing with
why
friends.
no one plays it. With
Yeah.
Fellowship, there's like this terrible part where you're Frodo and you have to escape the Shire, and like wherever you go, ring rates
wait,
just come at
I
you.
totally
Sounds
think I
awesome.
did play this game.
Yeah.
I was sitting here, I'm like,
It's
I
not.
don't
No,
know
the
this.
first one's not awesome. That's what I'm saying. It was so. The first one was. So,
I didn't say it was awesome.
You're
I
like,
said
that's
that
awesome.
sounds.
oh, it
That does
does.
sound
The
cool.
third was amazing though because I
Yeah.
love playing as Gandalf because he was so overpowered. Oh,
And you
his
get up to
shield.
your thing, and then
Yeah.
there's a survival mode. Did you
Oh,
ever play
yeah.
that? It's you're literally just in a room filled with smoke, and then like enemies just appear, and you got to go through them. And it's. So, I remember when I beat that, I maybe almost could have shed like a
Is
boy
this the
man
game
tear.
that was like the Lord of the Rings version of Battlefront, pretty much?
No.
that was
What's that called?
That is
Oh,
pretty
I know.
enough. Oh,
Lord of the Rings. I feel it's Conquest or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
That
game
was fun.
was cool.
That was very
That was
fun.
awesome.
Yeah, it was all right. It's just not what I wanted. It was like
It was from the same creators of Battlefront. It was by
Oh, makes
Pandemic.
sense.
So
Yeah,
it's like
it was
the
pretty
same
much
game.
the
Yeah.
same thing. Yeah.
it was good. I just like I don't. Yeah, it was good. I was in such a kick for the Battlefield for Middle or Battle. Was it? What was it?
Battle for Middle
Battle
Earth.
for Middle
yeah.
Earth.
Oh,
That's
those
why I
are
did
those are
like, 'cause
amazing.
that's that RTS game.
Totally like forgot about that game too.
The Lord of the
like,
Rings game?
Yeah.
Which you're talking about the Fellowship or like the other two?
The one that you walked around was like Frodo, and then when you like went into like put on the ring and the race for like
Yeah.
right there, like I know I played it. I
Yeah.
totally forgot about.
I
that.
rented it and I didn't get past it, so it was awful. But then I remember the next two
Oh, the
towers.
Yeah, I think I remember it being like really hard.
It was like I was frustrated, but Two Towers and Return of the King, legit.
Those were
Oh,
so good.
I could play those again. Oh,
Oh man,
I don't know why aren't those in my top 10?
I remember one of
I gotta
the.
reevaluate.
I actually was thinking about that the other day
Oh.
too.
reevaluating?
I don't know. I totally came up with Fable. If you guys ever played that game,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fable
the Lost
1,
Chapters.
amazing. The
Yeah.
other
Like,
one
yeah,
sucked.
no, I've only played the first one, but like I'm like I don't know why I didn't have that on my top 10.
Same.
Like I just remember replaying.
It was an honorable
It's on my
mention
wish
of
list
mine.
right now. Actually, on
We'll have to
Steam.
do like maybe not.
Dude, I have it right here.
Fable Anniversary.
Yeah.
It's on
Maybe
Steam.
not this year, but
It's like
next year we'll
$5
have
yeah.
to
For
revisit
Xbox.
our listing. Oh, because I'm the same thing. Like it sounds like bad and all, but like right now, I legitimately think I would take a game out and put the new Metal Gear. Like because I played so much and so many hours, I had so much fun. I'm like, it's one of these games. As I'm playing it and I love it, and it's like maybe like a 9.7 out of 10 for me. I'm like,
9.7.
yeah, like
That's
there's like a
weird.
few things, but like I'm like, I don't know how this can't be my
What's
top
the
10.
point 3 that takes it away?
There's
I'm
3
curious.
things that are wrong with this game.
There's some little missions where you gotta do some really tedious stuff. Like at one point, you gotta look through this file to find out people are sick, and it's like you have 500
I need
people.
to play this game. Every time you talk about it, I'm like, oh, Metal Gear.
You have
so
like
good.
500 people, and you have to go into their report and look at what language they speak, and whatever language they speak, they have the disease. But it's not like, oh, whoever speaks, let's say it was English, whoever speaks English, send them to
So
that.
it's just like
It's
a puzzle, though. So it's like one of those
yeah,
things
but it's
where-
a long puzzle. Like, it's really tedious, and the story is so that's where it's maybe 9.7 or even 9.5 because the story it's funny and it's out there, but at times it really doesn't make sense. Like classic Metal Gear, where it's like, well, this is happening. Like literally, there's a guy that can summon a whale that goes on fire, and it's like it's never explained. It's just there, and it's awesome.
It's Metal Gear, though.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
one of those
awesome, but
things.
that's where there's times where literally stuff's happening, and you're like, and you can't skip the cutscene, so you're like, this makes no sense whatsoever. So that's where it's like sometimes I'm just like, okay, like this is
Like, move along.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like with Metal Gear, it's the story. That's what I like. Follow like the main campaign makes complete sense, great. But Metal Gear at times it's so wacky and so out there, which is why I love it. But also a thing where it's like
Love-hate situation.
yeah, it's a love hate because when it goes on too long. But like this is one of the better stories because it's short. So that's probably making a nod 10 game. But I was thinking about that too. I would probably put that in my top 10. I've had so much fun and. Yeah, like that's almost been my thing. Like, I want to beat Fallout so I can go back to Metal Gear and just keep like ballooning people off islands
So
and
you
just
you
like
just leave it alone, put it on the back burner like I do.
can't, man.
You play your 7 other games that you have going on.
no. And I got Infinity. I got Dark Maul.
The point is, this emulator thing is cool.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah.
It's cool, but like Jessica said, it depends what comes with it. Like we'll have to see. They've put no date on this. I imagine maybe E3-ish. Like we'll get to start to hear more. Where it's like that's just like a guess. Like just because they didn't say a release date, so I imagine that's when they could be like, look at what we have.
Not early 2016.
Before we get too far away from it, did you guys ever play Beautiful Joe?
No,
No.
that sounds very strange.
Isn't that the game
very
that
beautiful.
they brought to Wii U or something?
I don't know if they. I don't remember it coming to
Tell
Wii
me,
U.
I've heard about it. I think people want that character in Smash. That's why I've heard about it.
Here, I'll show
But what
you.
about it?
Wasn't it Beautiful Joe?
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Oh, beautiful!
Oh, I thought you said beautiful.
I know him.
I totally
He
know
looks
that
like the
character.
Wonderful 100 guy.
You like the game
He does,
is just like super messed up and it's so random to play. I haven't played it in like a long time. It's 9.5 out of 10.
That was,
I
that was a
did.
PS2 game?
Yeah.
Is it like what type of game is that?
It's just kind of like side scroller,
Like
random.
a platformer?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. That's
cool.
That's so funny because I totally I've seen that character before. I swear.
Here, I'll
Yeah.
That's one of those ones that like supremely got overlooked, but I remember it being really prime when I played it.
Just trying to think.
Side
last-
scroller beat 'em up video game.
Beat him up.
It was
Beat 'em up,
Break his neck. Break his neck.
Smackdown.
originally for
Here comes the pain.
GameCube
Here
and then
comes
ported
the pain.
over.
It's great, man.
So, yeah. Game story concerns Joe, a moviegoer whose girlfriend is kidnapped during the film, starring Joe's favorite superhero, Captain Blue. He thrusts into movie land, where his girlfriend has been taken, and he accepts the special V-Watch to form from Captain Blue and transforms into Beautiful Joe and sets out to rescue her.
This whole time, I just pictured Taylor as that character. It's so much better, just a moviegoer.
Oh,
Well, if you guys ever get a chance, you should totally check it out. Like, look at that. Come on, how exciting.
If it gets emulated, it's been recommended here.
Yeah.
Online, whether it's Twitter, Facebook, let us know if you think there's any game you'd like to get emulated or anything we missed or whatnot. Does anyone else have any games or?
Well, I'll just touch on what you're saying. How like the emulator, I feel it's really a good chance for me to play those old games that I missed out on.
Yeah.
Which that's exciting for me, and I know there are a lot of people out there that didn't play those older games, so I think they're going to be very hyped. And I know there are going to be a lot more people that are going to be hyped about that. But like you said, it's one of those situations where it's like, oh, I already bought the game. It's like, why would I do that again? So,
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's.
I think it's one of those things that, like, PS2 had so many good games.
Oh, yes.
So we just talked about all those ones, but you missed this one that Jessica's recommending, and I'm
Oh
sure
yeah,
all of us,
I think, yeah, he
like
just said
you
there's
haven't
gonna be
played
games
SmackDown,
that-
Here Comes the Pain.
Yeah,
So
no.
here's your chance to go back and play, you know.
It's legit really good.
So, like, yeah, you don't need to rebuy the games you already have, but there's definitely some stuff that
Oh,
everyone
yeah.
missed on that console.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and that'll be fun, like going
Yeah.
through the library and whatnot. Like,
Oh
I feel
yeah,
that's
no,
something
I'm really looking forward to just that.
Yeah, same way with like PS3 when I look at PS Now. So, yeah, but
I'm sure there's games that I've like don't even remember, and then I see it,
No.
I'm like, I need to have this game.
Yeah.
oh yeah, I know. Yeah, so
I just
Alright.
want those PS1 PS1 to PS4s.
Maybe
When's that
eventually.
coming?
Maybe PS5.
Play my
PS5.
sheep herder game with Wile E.
There's
Coyote.
so many games on the PS1 too. Like you said, Spyro right away. I want that. Like,
Yeah.
legit.
Yeah, the original Spyro was so good.
All right. Any other games?
I think that's all
I
off
don't
the
think
top
so.
of my head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of had a list going, but I said them all.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
like PS2, there was the Tony Hawk games, but like we said, we're kind of done with that era.
Yeah.
They tried it again, Tony Hawk Pro Skate or whatever.
I don't know if they did try it again.
I don't know if they. I don't know if
I don't know if
tried.
yeah, they did it.
Yeah.
I don't know if they tried.
They brought it back.
Yeah, it's a broad term, but
So yeah,
yeah,
I got the ones I wanted to say out.
yeah.
That's all I had for news stuff.
Okay. Well, anyways, the last little thing I wanted to touch on, which was like a semi-big announcement. It's not going to take place for a couple weeks here, and there's going to be other things more aiming towards the new year for this thing, but we're switching over to SoundCloud, so I'm very excited about that. But anyway, so we're moving over to SoundCloud, and we're pretty excited about that. Nothing wrong with Libsyn. We love
Still
it.
on iTunes, so
Yeah, we're still going to be on iTunes, so this is where I was saying, if you're listening to this, you probably noticed that all our old episodes are gone right now. That's because we're just in the process of switching over. Next week, they're all going to be back up there. Not slowly, but surely. They should be up there like really quick. So, and even if you desperately wanted to go back and listen to some right now, they are on our Libsyn page, which is still up. That's still going to be up for like another 2 weeks. But yeah, we're switching over just because there's a lot more opportunity. There's a lot more stuff we can do, like with the program we have right now. As far as space, we don't have any space. We can do whatever we want. So
Excuse me.
just sneezing right in the middle of a big announcement, GeekVerse's first big time announcement. I'm joking.
Well, maybe you should have waited until after I was done sneezing to make your announcement then.
It's all your fault.
Shocked, apparently.
Yeah, I was so surprised.
But yeah, no, so with this, like, there's times where, like, once again, like a behind-the-scenes sort of thing. Okay, behind-the-scenes sort of thing, like, there are megabytes and we gotta time it and whatnot, but, like, now we don't have to. Like, we're gonna be doing a lot more specials, a lot more things. The sound quality is much, much better. I've been, like, previewing the tracks so far, and that's been great. So, yeah, nothing's gonna change. It's still that one, so if you're subscribed, don't worry. Those episodes will be missing for probably about a week, but if you've listened to them, don't worry. If not, they'll be back up there soon, so... We're really excited in the new year. That's probably when we're going to be busting out some other new shows. The GeekVerse is always coming around. This will always be the main one, but...
the bread and butter, if you will.
Yeah, like, this is always going to be, like, ones that are coming out, but there might be ones coming out monthly or things like that. You know, like, maybe once you're done school and you guys ever want to do your JK anime, that's where we have the potential of, like, we can do whatever we want now. We're really excited by that. Taylor knows about this, so he's not going to find out, like, this way, but he knows about
He thinks
this.
it's great.
Yeah.
It's the best thing ever.
But yeah, we looked into it, and yeah, it's a big thing. And the biggest thing that was a big thing that we've talked about with Jessica before is for Android users, because it's been really hard with that way, and I've been trying to look in for that for a while, and for a while SoundCloud didn't match what we wanted to do, but now with their new podcasting section it does. So with Android, it's going to be up on SoundCloud, and then hopefully Google Play once they get their podcast store kind of up and running more. So it's going to be a lot easier. Like, iTunes is not going to be your main thing, and it's not going to be Libsyn, which was a great host. I have nothing like negative to say. It was just like hard to find on actual Libsyn, where iTunes is easy to find. Same with SoundCloud.
Yeah, but iTunes was, like, for me, I don't have, like, I'm on Android, so I can't just, like, iTunes apps it.
Yeah, I'm in your same boat.
Yeah.
So, it'll be good.
Yeah, and yeah, SoundCloud, all you're going to have to do is search us, and it's great. Our Twitter's, at any time, we're still going to plug it, because that's what we're conditioned to do, but, like, our Twitter and our Facebook, it's going to be right in the corner, like, it's a click away. Before, you'd have to actually go to Facebook and search us this. You just got to go to our SoundCloud page, pick it. So, like, that'll be running in the next week. So, yeah, the next year, not next year, but in the, like, coming to that 2016, there's a lot of exciting stuff on the way. I'm very excited. There's lots of stuff we can't talk about yet. I've had, like, notes down of, like, things I want to do. Dylan got a little preview of it, but I'm very excited. So yeah, I'm excited for this.
Pass it off to Taylor for our exit.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
I'll have to edit him in or get just good.
Well, if you go into the internet, you'll find a search bar, and you would type in Facebook. And once you're there, you would type in GeekVerse. And
you gotta
would
sign
find
in your Facebook.
Oh yeah, sign in.
Yeah.
And
so for your email.
Yeah.
And then so in that search bar, you're there. Okay, you're in the search bar. Okay, GeekVerse. And we are GeekVerse Podcast on Facebook, so...
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you,
That was dead
Taylor.
on.
Thanks, Taylor.
Yeah, that's one of our new shows. Is us just impersonating Taylor.
That'll be a weekly thing.
Yeah, that'll be
Highly anticipated.
It'll be a daily thing, an hour of just. No, we're joking. Happy birthday, Taylor.
Yeah, happy birthday, Taylor.
And then on Twitter, you can find us at GeekVerseCast with all our news updates, schedule updates, especially with this like kind of changeover. I'll be updating lots, and then if there's some new shows, probably be announced. Well, they'll probably be announced here first, and then announced there. But we'll be keeping you updated. So yeah, and then the next 2 weeks from now it's just Star Wars. So enjoy those. They're lots of fun.
Oh yeah.
We have lots of good discussions about them, but they're pretty outlandish too. So yeah, so
Thanks
The
for
force
listening.
be with you.
exactly.